everybody. Welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Friday, May 26, 2023. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I am your host, as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back, everybody. If it's your first time tuning in on Kruse Control, actor, writer, producer Brian Kruse, your host, as always, here. And it's Friday, so it's a very special day. And we're trying something out for the very first time with a lot more guests than normal. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be fun. It's going to work out. There won't be any problems. There haven't been problems yet so far. I'm just saying. But anyways, joining me back is my lovely co-host, Miss Sabrina Vittori. She also is an actor, writer, producer, and she works at Hawk Anamorphic Lenses in Hollywood. Welcome back to the program, Sabrina. How's your day been?
Hi, great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you.
How's your Friday been?
So far, so good. I got home a little late from work, so I was a little stressed, but I made it, and I'm excited for a little tipsy commentary tonight.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a fun night. It really is, because we're trying a lot of firsts, and it is, of course, everybody doesn't know it's drinking night, but you'll have more about that in a little bit, because there's going to be some fun here. It's always fun on a Friday if it's your first time tuning in. Also joining us back on Kruse Control, the witty, the infinitely funny, and the person that always wraps up really quick. I'm talking about Rachel Blakely, everybody. She's fantastic. Rachel, welcome back to the program.
Hello.
How's your day been?
Is impressive, but I'm here.
I'm working on intros. You know, I got to work on intros better.
I like witty and funny, though. I'll take it.
And wraps it up quick, I guess. I don't know.
Wraps it up quick.
I don't know what that means. Only the audience can let me know, I guess, you know. But Rachel, welcome back. Thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate it, as always.
Of course.
Happy to have you here. We're going to talk some more in a little bit, but we got to get to everybody here. But also joining us back here on Kruse Control, actor, writer, fucking fantastic artist, and also star, I'm going to say star, on Cinema d'Amore, Lexi Covill. Welcome back, Lexi. How you doing tonight?
Hi. I'm good.
Hey. How's your Friday?
I'm started drinking already because you told me I didn't drink enough last time.
Yes!
And now I'm going to drink too much this time, and it's going to be regrettable for you.
There will be never too much. Never too much. It's Friday, you know, we're letting loose, end of the week. That's how it goes, right? You know, we got to have a good time.
Friday.
Got to get down this Friday.
We finished Fast and the Furious.
Oh, you got a drink.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, she didn't hear the new rules yet.
We didn't go over the rules, but one of the rules is anytime anyone mentions Fast and the Furious, you got to take a drink.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, our show finally finished it, and it was a grueling experience to get through 11 movies.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
But, 10 will be out next Friday, so if you're interested in us talking about that, go ahead and check that out.
Nice. Everybody check out Cinema d'Amore. You'll love it so much. It's so much fun. And honestly, you'll hear some more from Lexi after this, and she's awesome on it. So check it out. And also, whew, this is wild to me. This is super wild. Joining us back on Kruse Control, the man, the host behind IPA Sessions podcast. You can see him on TikTok, YouTube. You can see him everywhere in the world. I mean, he's on Instagram. Jacob Rolland. Jacob, welcome back to the program. How you doing tonight?
I'm fantastic. Save the best for last. I love it. I'm already drinking. I'm already enjoying it. I've done 2 sober Mondays in a row. It was time to come back for a drunk Friday.
Yeah, he went in order of beauty. So
that's right.
You have to.
That is totally fair. It's totally fair.
Hey, you know, we're having a good time here. We're having a good time. But welcome, everybody, to this very special Friday edition of Kruse Control, where we talk about entertainment news, of course. We have fun, just having opinions, and it's Friday. So as everyone's saying, it's a drinking day. We drink on Fridays, and we just let loose. It's the end of the week. We're having a good time, and that's sometimes what you got to do. And it's fun. It's really fun. You'll see as we go along. And we've been talking about, like, rules and stuff for that. So Sabrina and I were going through trying to figure out just a couple things to say just to, you know, have some kind of rules moving forward. We'll add more as we go. But in case you're wondering, everybody, Drunk Friday rules. You do an impression, you drink. If you mention Ryan Reynolds, you drink. If we get too far into politics, you got to drink. I'm just saying, because we don't really talk about politics that much. Anyone mentions a friend of the show, you got to drink.
You got to drink to the friends.
Drink to the friends. If I do a bad
like 4
segue,
friends of the show on right now.
I know, right? If I do a bad segue,
drink, Jacob.
I'm gonna drink. When someone brings up Fast and the Furious, you got to drink. Yeah. After arguments, of course, we got to drink and just, you know, get through that shit. And at the host's discretion, you got to drink. That's all I'm saying. And of course, we'll do a toast at the end, and we will toast to the day because it's been a great Friday. So
these are too many rules for drunk people to keep
What's
up
the
with.
blank one?
Don't worry, we'll tell you.
We'll find out.
If you're playing along at home, Godspeed.
Ryan and his impressions.
I mean,
What?
I'm going to be drinking because of the impressions in total as it is, because everybody knows I do a lot of impressions.
Fantastic. They're wonderful. They're brilliant.
I don't know. There's
I think
something.
we all drink when someone does an impression.
Yeah, that changed last week. That all of a sudden
Yeah.
became a rule.
Game of rule. Everyone's going to drink on an impression. So, yeah, that's Friday, everybody. That's what we do here. But of course, it's not just about drinking on Kruse Control. It's also about some breaking news. All right, everybody, the very first thing I want to dive right into is the Foo Fighters, just for a brief second, because as we know, just not too long ago, they lost Taylor Hawkins. He passed away at 50 years old. Very unfortunate. They've been going back and forth about a new drummer. Well, Josh Freese is actually signed on to be the permanent replacement for Taylor Hawkins and the Foo Fighters. It was announced on a special event just this couple days ago, actually. So we haven't had a chance to talk about it, but it's going to be great for them. They're moving forward. They're touring. Freese before worked with Lana Del Rey, Rob Zombie, Bruce Springsteen, A Perfect Circle, Sting, Danny Elfman, Devo, Guns N' Roses, Nine Inch Nails, The Vandals, and even fucking Weezer. Yeah, I love Weezer. They're up there. I framed the Green Album. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, so Foo Fighters finally have a new drummer. It's official. GR, welcome back in the chat. So happy to see you. And it's great
Hi,
for them
Ty.
because they've been doing this for a long
Hi,
time. Hey, Ty, what's up,
GR?
man? But it's great for Foo Fighters. They're finally able to get back out there, totally tour. It's, of course, a very sad thing. You know, Taylor was awesome. He's been with them for so long. It's hard to replace somebody like that. But the show goes on, unfortunately. And, you know, they can at least cheers him and honor him as they play along and keep going. And, of course, Dave Grohl's writing a lot of songs about that, too, about him and about their experience together and missing him. So he did a lot of that when Kurt Cobain was gone, too. So it's really sad.
I saw Taylor perform live in 2000. 2000.
Nice. How was that?
It was like right when Learn to Fly came out. So
Awesome.
I was having a bad day and I didn't want to see them. No, like seriously, like I didn't want to see them. And they came on and they fucking killed it.
Was
And I
it
was
in
like,
Pomona?
man.
Did you go to that? Was it at the Pomona Fairplex?
No, it was in Nova Scotia.
well,
Is it something called Snow
Yeah, she's
Jam?
Canadian, eh?
Shit like that, yeah. Oh no, Summer
I
Salt.
saw them in 2020 at the Pomona Fairplex. That's why I asked.
See, and then like
We saw that same tour.
They're at the same thing. I fucking left in the middle of their set. They sucked. Like seriously, Foo Fighters like killed it. Like that was one of the best shows I've ever seen in my entire life. Like
They do put on a
talk
great
about
show.
energy. Like he just like killed it all night long. So like absolutely, if you ever want to see them like that, they're a good band. But yeah, I got to see Taylor like at his peak. So
You gotta
Nice.
feel for Dave. He was a drummer who lost a singer, and then he was a singer who lost his drummer.
Oh,
It's
shit,
so
yeah.
sad. I
right.
can't believe
Really
it.
sad.
You know, it's so sad. And it's like one of those things like, what do you do? And it just kind of tear them apart. It really
They're gonna
did.
make a great fucking album soon to come out because of it.
It's coming out this summer.
Unfortunately.
It's coming out this summer. There's a new album coming out this summer. And that's happening, everybody. Like, new Foo Fighters, new drummer, new world tour. They're doing it. It's coming back. And something else that's coming back, and I'm torn on this, is the Family Stallone, everybody, for a season 2. The Family Stallone. That's right.
The
Sly
fuck is that?
Stallone's family.
God,
Sly,
no.
you don't even heard of this, Jacob? It's about Sly. It's a reality
Really?
show about Sly Stallone and his family.
Yeah,
So
that's
Sly
terrible.
Like
Stallone.
they did with Ozzy.
I like
Yeah.
Tulsa King. Does that count?
So-
No,
This is inside the life of Sylvester Stallone. It promises to offer a seat at the table of one of Hollywood's most famous families by showing how the Oscar-nominated actor is simply a dad at home.
So
And
is
it's
this
on
like the
Paramount
new-
Plus.
Haven't we had enough of this format? Like we did it with Ozzy. We
They're
did
kind
it
of the
with
same too, because you couldn't understand
Gene
Ozzy. Can we
Simmons.
understand Stallone?
Simmons.
Like, do we need more of this format? Was
I don't
anyone
think so.
wanting this?
This is my
Apparently, the first episode that aired when they debuted on Paramount Plus, it broke all their records. Highest reality show on Paramount Plus. That's why they automatically said we have to
Isn't
renew
it
this.
the
Isn't it
only
the only
reality
show?
show on Paramount
Only
Plus?
show.
I was like,
It might be. That's what they claim.
They're not Netflix. They don't have reality shows.
Put that shit on Peacock so it can compete against the Vanderpumps and all that other shit and see what that
Put it on the
below deck-
cock.
That's right. Put it on the cock.
They gotta ride that.
Paramount
cock.
Plus is like, we
Dumb.
got Stallone. We're gonna spend all our money on Stallone. We're gonna make Tulsa King. We're gonna make a reality show about him. We're gonna make all the Stallone. How much Stallone can we make? We got all the Stallone.
Not enough Stallone.
The kids love
Yeah,
Stallone.
yeah, that would be an impression, Lexi. I think
That
you
is
have to
definitely an
drink.
impression.
Oh.
I'll cheers you. I'll cheers you.
Oh look, and Justin
the
just said to
impression?
drink. Ty,
See,
I
there
agree.
we go.
What are we
Making
doing?
too
Drink.
much sense.
If you're in the chat and we missed something, tell us to drink. That's the other
Call
one.
it out.
If the
Oh, there
chat
you
tells
go.
us to drink, if the chat tells us to drink,
Do
we
want
gotta
to
drink.
get that
Uh-oh,
power?
we are gonna be screwed.
I know Justin's in that chat. He's just gonna.
Good
tell us
thing
to
they're
drink.
all friends of the show.
Friends of the show. Oh no, we gotta drink.
Look at it.
Shit.
Oh,
But
Ty
Sly
just said
Stallone-
drink. Drink.
I watched the first.
Thank you, Ty.
I watched the first episode, or maybe it's the first two. It's really kind of like, it's a lot. You know, his daughter, he has 3 daughters, and like the 3 of them, like the oldest one says, I don't want to be in show business, but you're on this show. You're doing a podcast. Okay. Middle one wants to be an actor or model. Of course, she wants to be on this. And the youngest one, like, we're not sure. She's going to college. So, but they're all on this. So they all want it, you know, in one way or another. And so I guess good for Sly. He's got something like this. But I mean, I'm not about it.
I'm not about him having a celebrity child who can just think she can start up a podcast because we have enough celebrities doing podcasts, taken away from us hardworking podcasters. Okay.
And by the way, you should check out
Hold your
IPA
own
Sessions podcast
organic
with Jacob Rolland.
podcast,
That's
Marcus.
right. IPA Sessions podcast. A podcast
GR
for the
just
good
asked us to
You're not
drink.
wrong about that. Like
Everybody, sorry.
every
GR
celebrity
asked us
out
to
there
drink.
that just decides like, I'm gonna make a podcast, and they can make a podcast about every fucking subject that they want.
They make
just make one.
podcasts about
And they'll-
filling TV
They'll get, like
shows.
10,000 viewers. Yeah, about like nothing, and it's like
It gets
it doesn't
millions of
matter
views.
what it is. Like Kevin Smith decides I'm gonna make an entire podcasting network, and like of those 15 shows that he made, 2 have any value, and the only ones that had any value are the ones that had Jason Mewes. And it's like, of course they had value, because it's like you're talking about Jason Mewes getting like sober. It's like, who doesn't want to hear about that? It's like the other one that was interesting was him talking about Batman. It's like,
Oh,
what
I was
the
gonna
fuck?
say I heard that Batman one and I really liked it.
I was like, that was the only other one
Yeah.
that was interesting, and that's because he knows way too much about Batman. But outside of that, like
They could Ben Affleck could make a podcast talking about his daily shits, and it would
Right.
get 1 million listens a day.
Meghan Markle had a podcast. Fuck's
I don't know
sakes,
about that.
you
She did.
Just like stop, okay? No.
I think
mean,
Meghan Markle needs a
Obama's
podcast so that we can
wife-
leave her alone and just listen.
Obama's
No.
wife.
I don't know if
had
anybody
that.
wants that.
It's like
no one
I
wants
really
to
don't.
listen.
I didn't want to listen to like Obama's wife make a podcast either, and it was like
Michelle, I would, you know what? I like.
I would
Michelle.
listen to her.
I'd lose weight
Everyone's
if
yeah,
I
doing
like
it, though.
her, like, but it does-
Everyone's doing it.
Inspirational.
It's killer. Like her.
We know
Michelle
everyone's
Obama's
doing it,
podcast-
Brian. That's the problem.
Yeah. But you know what everyone's doing is picking up a Powerpuff Girls show because I gotta
Ugh.
tell you, Powerpuff Girls is going down, everybody. You might have been excited about this because it's been in development hell for a long time, but
No
CW,
one's excited about this.
CW
one.
picked it.
I
They went
am.
so
Thank you
far.
very much.
They went so far, they cast this shit. They cast it, right? The CW had the whole thing figured out. It was going to be called Powerpuff. That's what it was going to be called.
Yeah.
And now they scrapped it because they said it was too campy. They said that it just wasn't working. But the girls they had on board, they had 3 girls. They had Chloe Bennett as Blossom. They had Dove Cameron as Bubbles. And they had Yana Parrott as Buttercup. And this was going to be like following after. They had the original voice person who did all the VO in it. He was coming back, Tom Kenny. And it was going to happen on Paramount Plus. No, CW. There's too many fucking networks on CW. But also on top of CW, what's been going on is, as we talked about in the show, is that they've been getting rid of these kind of programming. You know, they're just not doing the same way. They want to do more reality. They want more stuff like Sly Stallone with his family. They don't want to pay for these scripted shows. And so Powerpuff Girls was sitting there for a long time. They actually redid the script one time. They were ready to shoot with a brand new script. And then
I thought they
They're done.
canceled that shit already. Like the 2.
They don't want to pay for
might
script
be
writers because they don't
here
want to pay
for it.
script
Oh, yeah.
writers.
yeah. Well, it was supposed to
I
go
might have been here for
last
a
month.
CW
No.
teen drama version of the
No.
Powerpuff Girls. It would have been
Well, it was-
awful. It would have been horrible.
It was them growing up. It was them growing up, though, and they were like mad about how they wasted their childhood fighting bad guys. That's what it was about.
I kind of love it. I'm
That's-
kind of.
Oh, right. So that makes it better. Are you insane? That is absurd and ridiculous,
completely
and I
unhinged.
hate it.
Ever
But if they
Also,
did it in the
Justin,
style of a-
Justin Morgan just said
reality
Obama's wife, her name is Michelle. Show some respect and drink, Lexi.
Oh,
You put some respect on Michelle Obama's name.
Obama.
Mrs. Obama to you.
I'm gonna have to make another drink soon.
She doesn't know what
That's Friday, everybody.
Thank you, chat.
I have
Rock
the
is
equipment.
Mr.
Come prepared.
Michelle Obama.
No, Ty said drink to no
Mr. Obama.
Powerpuff Girls. Y'all, we're getting hammered. We shouldn't have made this chat rule.
No Powerpuff Girls.
I think everyone in chat gets one.
Everyone,
I mean, this
what?
is a trial, so.
Oh, GR, now
Tell your
you have
friends
to
to
drink.
watch so they can
You
tell us
have
to
to drink, GR. Get your drink and drink, because that's rude that you don't know who Michelle is.
Some rust.
Yeah.
It doesn't say Michelle, it says McKaylee.
I don't know, but Powerpuff Girls, they were gonna try it. It didn't happen. If you were a fan of Powerpuff Girls, maybe you like this. But the CW does these shows like Gotham Knights, where they're like,
it's the last thing I want.
you know, nobody wants it. Just like apparently nobody wants to see Taylor Lautner anymore because they've been going online just giving him shit about looking old, which is very fucking unfortunate because the internet's fucking cruel. The internet's
Team
fucking
Jacob.
Cruel. Team Jacob. Well, he was just promoting. He's doing a podcast, by the way. He's doing a podcast with his wife, who's also. He's only 31 years old. He's only 31.
That's
but he's doing He was 16 to 20 when he was doing the Twilight movies. That's insane
he looks like
to me.
a chipmunk.
Well, people have been saying worse about him, Sabrina.
I think that's just an unflattering image.
How does he
that
look
Brian picked out.
younger in that picture than he did in the Twilight movies?
People are saying, damn, he looks like shit. Bro, where's your hairline running to? Looks like Ratatouille. Like shit like that, you know?
I would
like,
kill for that hairline.
Like mean fucking shit. Mean shit. Mean shit. And he's talking about like, you know,
guys, like
it's fucked up.
We can't be like holding
That's
people
rude.
to still look the same as they were when they were 17, 18 years old.
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
Come the fuck on. Like,
I know.
none of us look like we were the
we
same.
can't all
when we
be
were 18.
Brian. We can't all be
Hey.
fabulous. in
Forever
our old
immortal
age.
Paul Rudd.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
Hashtag not Paul Rudd.
I haven't seen pictures of young Brian, but I bet he's hotter now than he was when he was a child.
Hold on. I have one
No, he
here
just
somewhere.
looks
Give
the
me a
same.
second.
Some people
Yeah.
age really well.
I've aged, that's for sure.
He's an alcoholic
Here we go.
vampire.
Here's
You
young
got it.
Brian.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I definitely
It's the
look
same
better
goddamn
than I
person.
did.
Oh,
The same
my
person.
God.
a little
He is
baby.
so cute. Look at
He's
that.
giving Magnum. I wish there was like no like reflection. There we go.
I see
There
he
we got
is.
the reflection.
way harder in baby Brian.
Oh
Isn't that
boy.
adorable? Look at that headshot. He's like, hell yeah, ladies, come right this way.
But
Brian,
Taylor
I
Lautner-
really appreciate your blue steel eyes that you give. I
Yeah,
love the
he
zoom
was-
You know,
I thought it was
I
Magnum.
tried.
I thought it was Magnum.
You know,
but
I
okay,
tried.
maybe it's blue steel.
All right, so
I tried.
Brian's just been attractive through and through. Taylor Lautner is not as lucky as Brian. So
I
we
just
can't hold
no, I feel
everyone to
bad.
Brian's standards.
His wife has the same name as him too, which is weird. They're both Taylor. They're both Taylor Lautner, so they're T2. And Rachel, I'm going to go to you for like 1 second on this because I know you love the Twilight movies, right? You love the fucking Twilight movies. Were you Team Jacob or Team Edward? And is this people trashing him really pissing you off or what?
I am team nobody. All the romance options in
Amen.
that fucking film are trash. Edward's abusive. Jacob's a child.
Edward.
So like
What about
none
the
of them,
vampire dad?
honestly. Team Bella's dad. Charlie was about it. But honestly, like he just looks like somebody who grew up. Like he
That's
doesn't
it.
look bad. He just looks like an adult.
He doesn't even look old.
Why are people
No.
mad about it?
He reminds
People
me
are
of that guy
shitty.
who plays the Hulk in Marvel. What's his name? That guy.
Ruffalo?
30s.
Mark
He's
Ruffalo?
Mark
Lou
Ruffalo.
Ferrigno?
Looks like Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
Put some respect on Mark Ruffalo.
I'm like,
drink,
Lou Ferrigno?
Jacob.
Buffalo, it's
That's
great.
fucked up. Drink.
Actually, kinda,
We
kinda
lost.
looks a bit-
Sabrina got so mad she left.
She's like,
Respect
I'm
on Mark
out.
Cheers!
Ruffalo.
Ah.
He kind of
What
looks
are
a
you
bit
talking
like
about?
Rachel's ex-husband now.
But I feel bad for him. I feel bad overall because it's like, it's hard enough. And he was saying too, it's like when he was younger, this stuff would actually affect him. But nowadays he lets it roll off. I mean, he's like, whatever. He stepped away from this shit for a long time. And he was like, it is what it is. My younger self probably would have been really pissed off. But, you know, it's one of those things that you have to learn the older you get. Like, you can't let the internet affect you that much in your career, especially as an actor. You got to keep doing your thing, you know?
Your younger self
I
would
feel
not
no
have had to
pity.
deal with this because people are talking about you aging, bro. So your younger
That's
self would have been just
true.
fine.
I feel no
When
pity.
he was
He's
young,
he's
when-
handsome, he's married, he's talented, he's wealthy, and he still has a fucking hairline at least.
That's
he
true.
almost got fired off of the Twilight films. After the first film, there was a lot of like backlash that he wasn't like buff enough. He wasn't like swole enough.
Oh,
Seriously?
Jesus.
So he
How
had
is
to
that
that
lose
unhealthy
like a
Wolverine
lot.
cut. He's got to do that cut where the veins.
He
are
had to
popping
lose
out.
a lot of weight
Rude.
and really bulk up for that role.
It's like,
And
dude, you hired me.
you know, no one has those muscles naturally to get that filming. Like people put their bodies through absolute hell to get that.
Yep.
So
That's
like
true.
I don't blame him for not wanting to maintain the fucking bullshit he went through as a teenager. Like live your life, dude.
Yeah.
He's
it
not even like
sucks.
really acting that much anymore. Why does he need to fucking stay beefcakey?
He
doesn't need to.
Hey,
act that way.
Jacob
He
is
was
still
a
Team
terrible
Jacob,
actor.
so
He's still Team Jacob. Well, he's got to get ready for that Twilight TV show. He's got to come back for
Well,
that. That's why he's got to stay
werewolf
bulky.
fan, so I get it.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I see
There you go. There you go.
Even though they're
But he was-
shapeshifters, not werewolves.
Yeah,
boy.
it's a little different, right? But
I mean,
I gotta
take
tell
what
you,
they give me because the vampires are fucking glittery diamonds, but you know they're not really
glitter in the
vampires,
sun.
but we call it a vampire.
Skin of a
so
killer.
That's all I can say. He's gotten so much shit. This is what happens. You know, people just like to trash talk people. I feel bad for him. It sucks. Of course, it's just some people want to talk about. But somebody
It's just
else is
people on the
getting
internet who look
trashed.
like me talking shit. That's all it is.
I mean,
Dude,
like,
it's
why
stupid.
though?
No one
Sad,
stays
pathetic
young
losers.
forever. Like, stop doing that to
Who
people. Like, that's
wants to
not cool.
live
Everyone
forever?
ages. Like, I bet you, whoever said that should look in the mirror when they were 16 and look at themselves when they were 30. I bet you they aged also. Like, that's what happens.
It's
Stop
life.
being an
It's-
asshole. It's fucking rude.
It's life. But somebody
I mean,
that doesn't
personally, I
age
got
is
hotter.
Barbie. That's who doesn't age. Barbie never ages. And Barbie stays young forever because she's Barbie. That's
segue.
what it is. And Barbie, by the way, just had a new trailer that came out. And we're going to talk about it back and forth. I think the trailer actually was really good. It was a lot better than the
so
last
good.
one. It was so
really
good,
was.
right? And it actually touched on more of like what the plot's about. And because it was so good, someone on our show here today, Rachel Blakely, really wanted to talk about it. So I'm going over to Rachel. Rachel, what do you think about the new Barbie trailer?
I bullied Brian into letting me talk about Barbie. So I think one of the reasons why I wanted to bring it up was because this trailer proved exactly what I said last time we talked about Barbie, that this wasn't going to be like a whole dream cake, like happy experience, that it was going to be Barbie's existential crisis.
Yeah.
And I think you really see that in this trailer where they go into the real world and Barbie gets arrested and Barbie's having a really hard time adjusting. And
Twice.
my favorite part about the trailer is when they're at the disco and Barbie looks over to her other Barbie friends and is like, "Do you guys ever think about dying?" And the other
now we
Barbies
can
are
get
just like,
funeral Barbie. Yay, funeral Barbie.
Yeah, it's really woo, right?
So
Woo, when
I
saw
could
that.
not be more excited for this film. And something a lot of people may have not noticed was that the namesake for Barbie, Barbara, I can't remember her last name, but the daughter of the woman who invented Barbie is in the film. So she's 80.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think she's like 83 years old. And they show Barbie talking to Barbara. And I think that's a really good way to honor Barbie's past and to involve the family in it.
Yeah, that's really cool. I
But
mean,
it looks-
I think
it
this
looks
trailer.
Barbara
Great.
Siegel is her name. Barbara Siegel.
And Ryan Gosling was getting so much shit online about this too, about people were not sure he should be Ken. And then
That's
after
'cause they
this
wanted
trailer,
the other
though,
Ryan Reynolds.
you got a drink.
Oh, drink.
Son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we all
Yeah.
have to drink. Oh, sorry.
Oh, are we all
Yeah,
drinking?
Yeah, we all drink. Yeah,
we all drink.
it's a buzzword.
Wow,
But
this is
yeah,
like a military experience. One person's mistake is everybody's mistake.
But you know, I'm
everybody's
really glad they
mistake.
went with Ryan Gosling instead of Ryan Reynolds.
I know, right?
Oh, for
Oh
fuck's
boy,
sake, Jacob. No,
Oh,
when
boy.
you're just being gratuitous about it, we're not going to honor you.
Personally, I
after
think
this
the
one.
Ryan that should not be named would have been a very poor choice for Ken. I
But he
still
had the
stand
right
by Zac
abs.
Efron.
He
I
would
think
have been
Zac Efron.
amazing
That's Ron.
as Ken, by the way. He's amazing at everything. So I think that you're being very rude by saying that my Ryan could not handle the
I-
role
Sabrina,
I didn't
of
say
Who's
Ken.
your Ryan?
He's
You know
not
who
my-
my Ryan is.
He's not
You're
my,
not gonna trick
my
me.
chosen role
Zac
for Ken.
Efron.
Zac Efron's a little young for Margot Robbie, I think.
Hey,
Yeah,
if Zac
I think so,
Efron can
too.
do Ted Bundy, he can do fucking Ken. Okay.
How old is
Oh, well,
Zac
Ted
Efron?
Bundy
Al
is
Bundy?
Ted Bundy at a different
35.
time.
Is that what
in
you
his
said?
life,
Al
you
Bundy
know
could
what
be
I mean?
Ken?
So,
No, if Zac
It was
Efron
like-
can do Ted Bundy, he can do Ken.
Oh,
But
yeah, I
I'm saying
agree.
Zac Efron played Ted Bundy at a different point in his life, and it doesn't matter how old he is. It's Margot Robbie and Zac Efron are like a little bit further apart in age, I think, anyway, or they seem
Well,
it.
we
Maybe
cast Margot
they-
Robbie as Leonardo DiCaprio's love interest, and she's like 20 years younger than him.
Yeah, she
Right,
was
well, that's
super young when
that's
that
how
came
women
out.
and men in Hollywood and rich people go.
right.
Like, that's how
Super
it's
young.
rolling.
Let's get a
are.
young
Oh, Leonardo
hot bimbo.
DiCaprio.
Barbie and
Rolland.
Ken Barbie and
Himbo.
Ken in
Himbo
Dreamworld
rights.
are the same age. You know what I mean?
That's true.
That's a
That's
thing.
accurate for Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, it's
True.
very.
That's how
You're
he
right. You're
dates
right,
people
Lexi.
in
That's
real life.
normal
You're
for
absolutely
him.
correct.
He probably cast her. He's probably like, give me that, give me her. I want her now. You know, show me
Yeah.
show me that. Yeah, you know.
If you can
Drink,
he's
sir.
so
Drink.
hot.
That was definitely an impression.
I don't know if
But,
it's an impression, but I'll drink.
Sure.
Oh my god.
This
Well,
film
it
is
wasn't you.
If I was
directed
like
by
Gatsby,
Greta
what's
Gerwig.
Gatsby?
Any voice that's
Credit-
not yours is a drink voice. That's all I have to say.
Greta Gerwig is absolutely amazing.
She is amazing.
Yeah.
This film's going to be amazing. I think, honestly, this could be nominated for a good amount of awards.
A good amount.
It looks
A good
it
amount.
looks good. And Will Ferrell,
Multiple.
I know Lexi doesn't like Will
they
Ferrell
should've-
that much
hold
over
on.
here, but Will Ferrell looks like he's awesome in this.
They should have led
He
with
does.
Will Ferrell. That's all I have to say. If they led with
He
Will
was in the
Ferrell, I
first
would have been
trailer.
in hook, line, and sinker. No, he wasn't.
Why?
He wasn't in it all.
Why?
He's amazing. He's hilarious.
I still
I think he's a
some-
great casting for a CEO of a company. I think he's going to do a
Perfect.
great job being CEO of
No,
Mattel.
you're right. He's a good CEO. You're correct.
he's gonna be
He's
good.
He was
He's
great.
gonna be good.
What's that show where he played the
He's
car
a good
dealership?
stepbrother, also.
He was good
He's
as the
bound-
guy who ran the
he's
car
bound down.
dealership. Yeah. That was fucking awesome
Yep.
in that.
That was
Absolutely awards. To address
You're
the
gonna put on
comment
a
here,
fucking sweater, you're gonna do
absolutely
what I fucking tell you.
awards. Greta Gerwig has been nominated for awards for every film that she's directed so far. I don't see why this one would be any different.
I feel terrible,
it
but
is
what's the film
Barbie.
she's made? Just so I recognize her.
She did Lady Bird, and she did
Yeah, which was
the
huge.
most recent incarnation of
Oh, your
Little
favorites.
Women.
I have no idea.
Little
what things
Women,
are.
your favorite. You love Little Women. It's
I
your
like the
favorite.
one with
favorite.
Winona Ryder. There is a difference.
You
Oh my
love
God,
Little
so
Women.
rude.
You're a big
Beetlejuice,
fan.
Beetlejuice.
Lady Bird was incredibly critically acclaimed. Like
It
that,
really
I
was.
haven't seen it, but I have
course.
heard of it, and I've.
That's
heard
my
good things.
favorite. It's my favorite.
I prefer
movie I've
trashy
never
movies, so
seen.
let me know when she makes a terrible film, so I can go watch it and be like, "Just chick's pretty."
Right.
good."
sorry, she's gonna keep hitting it out the park.
We'll see
She
what
will
happens after
eventually.
Barbie. Maybe I'll like Barbie, and then you guys are all fucked.
And there's people who are like debating like, oh, do I see Barbie or Oppenheimer? Because they come out on the
Barbie.
same day.
We
Wow.
talked about
Like,
it last time. Who wants to
nobody's
see
doing
You
that.
Oppenheimer?
see the order
Jacob.
you see Barbie, Oppenheimer, Barbie again.
Jacob's definitely going to Oppenheimer first. He's there day one. He's like,
That's not
fuck
a
you,
movie
no.
for Jacob.
We had this whole conversation on a previous episode of Kruse Control, and Jacob said, in his own words, what'd you say, Jacob?
He's
I
there
don't
day
need a
one for
history
that
lesson.
surfing movie with fucking
Nick Cage. Yeah, I'm 100%
yeah,
there for
absolutely.
that.
And I'm there with him. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely.
He's spawning down, Lexi.
Tell Gretchen to make a fucking sequel to the killer surfer Nick Cage.
Yeah,
movie.
Greta,
I'm down for that.
Greta,
Yeah.
not Gretchen.
I'm sorry,
Greta.
Greta.
I just want Nick Cage getting his own Superman
She just
movie
needs to
now.
make
That's
a
what I
shitty
want.
film So I can like her and be like, this
Give me-
guy's got talent.
Give me that.
She did a main character voice for China, Illinois. I think you'd like
Okay,
that show.
fuck yeah. All right,
Oh
yeah,
my
now
God,
I'm
that's
down.
the best show ever.
Sweet. All right, cool.
You know what she hasn't done yet, though? Is a Sonic the Hedgehog 3, because there's a Sonic 3 coming. And I need to talk about this for a second, because Sonic the Hedgehog, apparently the main villain, because
Oh, Lord.
Jim Carrey is done. He retired.
Oh, that was
The
his
produ-
greatest role of all time.
He's
Well, that's
such
why
an
he
asshole.
retired.
Was it?
He's like, I'm done. He says he's done.
No.
So Aubrey
Greatest of all time.
Plaza
No.
apparently is who the creators want for the new villain for Sonic 3. Because they can't get Jim Carrey, they're going to switch it. They're going to bring a different character in. They cannot recast Robotnik. That's what they said. They can't do that. They're still hoping that Jim Carrey.
Plaza be Eggman though. That would be fucking cool.
Yeah.
She
Well,
could
it might
kill
be
it.
cool.
I
Mrs.
fucking
Eggman?
love Audrey Plaza.
Mrs. Eggman, maybe.
Mhm.
They're
This movie
saying
comes out. It already has an announcement. It comes out December
Look at
20th,
you.
2024. It already comes out December 20th, 2024. And they're saying that she will probably play this character called Rogue the Bat from
Yeah.
Sonic Adventure 2, because Rogue the Bat
So-
is a character that kind of like was a gem thief. And she played dumb, but she also was very intelligent. And she played Sonic, and she played Sabrina's favorite Tails. And, she made her way and was manipulative. And And they're saying that she might be
laissez-faire.
Really, Brian, of all the amazing picks of Aubrey Plaza, that's the one you go with?
So
The wood melt.
Funny
The wood melt.
picks. That
I like
is a
funny
funny
picks.
pick. Like it's a villain. It's not like her playing some sort of a vixen. She's a villain. Relax, buddy.
Are they going to CG her? Are they like going to have like Rogue the Bat character, or are they going to have her play a live action version?
I want them to CG her face onto a
They're gonna
because-
put. They're
I
gonna
feel
put
it'll
like
just be voice.
cat's prosthetics on her and make her
Because
look
it'll
like
just
that
just-
thing.
It'll be voice. It'll just be voice. That's it. It'll just be voice. You know, just kind of like
I'm like,
everybody else. Idris Elba's Knuckles. Same kind of thing.
No,
you know?
I vote for a Doja Cat version from the Met Gala of
I'm
Aubrey
here.
Plaza.
I'm here for what Sabrina says. Like, I want.
Yes.
I want that
Yes.
one. I want that one way more.
That'd be
And
awesome.
You know what? You know what? That would just set the furry community on fire.
Oh my god, it really would.
Yeah,
oh my
it
god,
would.
the porn. Oh.
The
Oh,
porn.
and
Doesn't fit the furry
Again with
community
the
on
Sonic
fire.
porn.
Furry
No,
icon.
no.
It all leads back to Sonic porn.
Oh, no.
Furry porn would be endless. The Sonic porn.
I
Oh.
walked right into it.
Oh,
Damn
you
it.
did. You did.
You opened that door and you
then-
brought
and
us
then-
right there.
And then the feet would be
Oh
good.
no.
Okay.
I think
Moving on.
I like drunk
Moving
Lexi.
on.
Keep
you drink
drinking.
anytime Sonic porn
Keep
is
drinking,
brought
girl.
up, you just
Yeah. I wasn't
God,
branching
no.
for the Sonic porn tonight, but you know, it happens once in a while. Justin, you're right. It would be, she'll probably be CG, but it would be kind of weird if she did some Cats version or some shit like that.
Right.
Jacob, what do you
Release the
think? Are you
butthole
interested? Release the butthole cut. Hashtag release the butthole cut.
Oh,
Jacob, what do you
no.
think about this? Would
Well,
you
I-
see Aubrey Plaza playing Rogue?
I mean, I'm gonna take my kid to see this movie regardless because he fucking loves it, and I loved them. They were fucking great. I enjoyed
Yeah.
them.
Great. I'll
Yeah.
go
So
watch
good.
it.
She works. So she always plays a villain, right, Jacob?
I'm
it might work.
100% in there if I get to see Aubrey Plaza's butthole. I mean, as a cat, as a
always
cat.
play-
Oh, shit.
my God.
Oh shit.
She doesn't always
Oh, no.
play a
Drink,
villain.
Drink.
She always plays Audrey Plaza. She has
That's
one
true.
character and it's herself, and I
Very
love
true.
She has
It's true.
depth.
Yeah, it works. It always works. But it's very true. It's very the same every time. She is the same character all the time. It's
I
You
feel
know
like
who else
she
is the
was-
same character all the time? Keanu Reeves and Nick Cage, and it
Okay,
fucking
shut
worked.
the fuck
And it
up,
fucking-
and you're
fucking
lying.
works.
100% lying.
It
That
works.
is 100%
I
incorrect.
disagree.
Keanu
100%
Reeves, I'm a
incorrect.
doctor. I know. Kung
Oh, I'm
Fu.
sorry. I'm sorry. Did you not
Oh,
see
impressions.
Parenthood or Bill and Ted? Totally different. Totally different than John Wick or like even that idiot at the lake house. Like, let's be real. Keanu Reeves has had a very long career and he's in a lot of movies and he's definitely not the same character in every movie. That is the most ridiculous
Yeah,
statement I've
He's
ever
always
heard anyone
he's
ever
always Keanu as.
Yeah.
say.
whatever the
That's
deal
who he is, a human being and he has an essence of himself.
I'm
and
giving
then he
him a
plays other
compliment,
people.
God damn it! And I'm
That's
giving
not
Nick
a
Cage a
compliment.
compliment, and Aubrey Plaza
No,
a compliment.
no,
it is a
Not a
compliment.
compliment.
He
It's not a
doesn't
compliment.
come
And Nick
through.
Cage
He's
also.
not the
They're
same character
so
every movie.
fucking good at who they are. They don't
Oh my
have to
God.
fucking change. That's how good they are.
He was
Okay,
in
I
Chain
don't- what you're
Reaction
saying
with
doesn't
Morgan
even make
Freeman.
sense.
It was
Yeah.
a terrible film.
Nick Cage won an
So like,
Academy
what
for
is?
The
I didn't
Rock.
say every movie
Sean
that he made
Connery.
was the best. I just said what you're saying is unfair.
It's not unfair. It's absolutely
Yes,
correct.
it is. No, it's
because
not.
you don't
Tell
like
me.
it doesn't make
You-
it not
okay.
true.
I know you've seen both of these films, Jacob, because we watched them and we talked
Bullshit.
about them. You
And I
cannot
love
say
them.
that Nick Cage in Valley Girl and Nick Cage in The Wicker Man are the same fucking person.
Or Nick Cage in Matchstick
are.
Men
Yes,
versus
they
Nick
are.
Cage in
Hey,
Raising
you're
Arizona.
wrong.
Nick Cage as a detective
Because
on an
that
island
scene
full of crazy
in Valley
people, and it's
Girl,
Nick
when
Cage as a
Nick Cage
moody
walks
little
up
punk
to the
kid
car at
in the
the
fucking
drive-thru.
80s.
Hold on. Stop talking.
The
Everyone
same
cannot
as the
talk at
way
the same
he is
time.
in fucking
Hold on.
Wicker Man.
Everyone,
and you know
listen
it.
to me, Wicker Woman. Everyone cannot talk at the same time, or else no one can hear anything we're saying. Okay?
It's
So,
true.
new
It's very
rule,
true.
Everyone be careful. I know we're all drinking, but everyone has to be careful because when 7 people are talking at once, I know it's only 5, but I want to exaggerate a little bit.
It's
No
close
one
to
can
7.
hear what we're saying. Also, if you wanna Wicker Woman that shit into a box, tell me that Nick Cage from Raising Arizona is the same Nick Cage from Matchstick Men.
It is.
Okay.
It's
It
Nick
is
Cage
not.
raising a baby, and then Nick Cage raising an adult teenager.
No. You're both
Take a
fired.
Valium.
So, you know.
Nick Cage.
How can we get
both
Nick
fired.
Cage into the Sonic universe? That's the real question.
All you have to do is
I'd be
cast
into
him.
that.
He'll
That's
do
what
it.
it
He's
is.
spent
Way to
all
bring
of
it
his
back
time
right there. It's
around.
obvious.
Any role.
Nick Cage
He
replaced
can play
Nick Cage.
Shadow. They have
Can he
Shadow
play-
coming in this new movie. He can be
Can
Shadow.
he- That's perfect.
Oh,
Or can he play
wow.
Mecha Sonic? Like, can he?
Sonic, we've got to run.
Apparently, he just plays Nick Cage. So can Nick Cage play Megasonic? Because if he can, then
should've-
sure.
Nick
He
Cage.
could be a lot of things.
Nick Cage, Aubrey
He
Plaza,
should've been the
Keanu
human-
Reeves can do anything they want
Like-
because they're fucking awesome.
Instead of it being just the generic white guy that he like meets in the first Sonic movie, it should have been just Nicolas Cage. And so it should
That's
have been
the sequel
Nicolas
to
Cage
the
and Sonic.
Unbearable Weight.
And that should have been
Nicolas
yeah.
playing himself.
That's himself and then meets
Hashtag
Sonic.
Nick Cage for president, everybody.
And so
Hashtag get it, Cage.
Sonic. And he has
Thank
to
you,
deal
Ty.
with Robotnik.
Hashtag
and that's
in the cage with Cage.
Ty is correct. That is correct. And they don't always play themselves. I will add on to your comment, Ty. They don't always play themselves.
I like them both.
Very rude of you to say.
It's like the news of Nick Cage coming back to be Superman in the Flash movie. I'm so stoked about too. It's so awesome.
He must be
Yeah.
jizzing his pants over that.
I know
Yeah.
he
Because
is.
if he
It's
doesn't
so
have the
exciting.
long hair, because if he doesn't have the long hair, I don't know if I can handle it.
We're gonna
He's gotta
find
have,
out
like,
very soon.
The greasy long hair. It's gonna be greasy. Like it is in
Really
the
quickly,
original.
I have a question. So, does everyone also think that Keanu Reeves is the same character in John Wick that he was in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
No,
Oh,
he's the
definitely
same
not.
character from The Matrix.
Of course.
No, absolutely not.
No.
And then
I don't think
because
so.
after he takes all those guys down, he's like, "Be excellent to each other."
Fuck
He
yeah,
definitely does
is.
not do that.
Drink. Impression.
He shoots them in the
impression,
mouth and then watches
impression.
them choke on their blood. Is what he does.
Chug, chug, chug.
Chug, 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 chug it up.
When they
Well,
killed
somebody
his
about-
dog, they were like bogus.
It's true.
Not at all.
Well, speaking of another actor
I know.
who doesn't play himself, he plays a bunch of different characters and he's always fucking awesome. I want to talk about Christian Bale taking on Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein, that is.
Okay. Oh, all right. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
So this is something that
Is
just
he
came out.
awesome? I thought he was kind of a jerk on set. Isn't he an asshole?
He is a jerk on set.
I'll get into that.
Sometimes.
No, he's
I'll-
not a jerk on set. That dude
No.
was an asshole, and he had it coming
Yep.
to him, and he's the one that
We'll-
called him
Oh,
out.
okay.
Don't believe
Okay,
everything
we'll
you
get-
hear in the tabloids.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that in 1 second. But Christian Bale is working on The Bride of Frankenstein, directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal. Maggie Gyllenhaal and him are coming together to do this project. It's a remake of The Bride of Frankenstein for Netflix. And there's also another Frankenstein movie, or I should say series. I think it's a series coming out for Netflix. That's by Guillermo del Toro.
Del Toro.
Yeah, with Andrew Garfield leading the way. So this is different. It's a different project.
weird.
This is actually based off of that old movie, and 1931's Frankenstein. And they're saying right now he'll probably play the actual Dr. Frankenstein. He'll actually play, instead of playing Frankenstein's monster, he'll actually play the doctor, and he will be the person making the creature for his
That's
wife.
because Academy Award
You
winner
know.
Brendan Fraser will
So-
play the monster.
Okay, in the
I
Del
love
Toro
Academy
one,
Award winner Brendan
it's-
Fraser.
It's
yeah.
Garfield playing Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, but that's a different version too. That's not this one. So
I'm just
there's two-
asking because like Garfield is a phenomenal actor.
I love him.
especially in period pieces.
Andrew Garfield?
He's, like, yeah, Andrew
Love
Garfield's
him.
a fucking badass in period pieces. Like he was so
Elijah
good. In
Wood did it
Hacksaw
better.
Ridge. Hacksaw Ridge, he was like fucking amazing in. So I'm like, I want to see him do more period stuff. So him as Victor Frankenstein, I'm like 100%. Oh fuck yeah! But then
My
like
question
also
is
Bale.
why?
Bale's a fucking great casting for this. I'm like, I couldn't ask for a better Victor Frankenstein. I'm like, are you fucking
Didn't we
kidding?
just
This guy's, like,
do a
perfect
whole bunch
casting.
of Frankenstein in like the 2010s? Didn't we just
cares?
do like 8 different
Christian
Frankensteins
Bale
in
as
the
Victor
2010s?
Frankenstein?
We
is,
did.
like, the
We did.
perfect
Elijah
casting.
Wood was
Didn't
Victor
Danny
Frankenstein.
Radcliffe do a
Oh yeah, you're right.
Frankenstein?
It was that
Yeah,
Harry
yeah,
Potter
yeah.
kid. My bad.
Yeah. But this is
Not
different.
all
Maggie
right.
Respect on
Gyllenhaal
Daniel
step in the
Radcliffe.
director's
He's
chair.
more than
Harry-
Harry Potter.
Harry
I
Potter,
said the Harry Potter
Elijah
kid.
Wood, it's all the same. It's all the
Yeah,
same.
Harry Potter, Elijah Wood, same
Yeah,
person.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go
They
around.
did
Let's
make
go
a
on the
movie
table
together.
right here. Let's go on the table. Let's start with Sabrina here. Sabrina, what do you think about Christian Bale playing Frankenstein and doing a movie with Maggie Gyllenhaal again? You think this is a good idea for his career? What do you think?
I mean, I agree with Lexi in that he is an amazing actor and very, very well cast in this. I'm not a really huge fan of the remake situation. And this particular film has been on the table to be remade like a shit ton of times. Like Angelina Jolie was attached, Scarlett Johansson was
Yeah, I
attached.
remember that.
There are so many times that like different directors and different actors were like attached to do this movie, and it just has never come to fruition. So I don't know if it's like somehow weirdly cursed, but if this does wind up happening, I do believe that he is a great choice, obviously, for Dr. Frankenstein. And I also believe that Maggie Gyllenhaal, is probably a really good choice. I feel like this is, I know she's only directed The Lost Daughter, which was in 2022, but she won the Gotham Award and the Independent Spirit Award for Best Director. One was Breakout Director, one was Best Director. She did the screenplay. She won both of those awards for Best Screenplay and both of those awards for Best Picture. She was nominated for Best Director and Golden Globe, and the film was nominated for Best Supporting Actress and Best Actress. Olivia Colman and oh my goodness, what was the other girl's name? Jordan, Justin, Jalala, I can't remember, but they both got nominated for Best Supporting Actress and Best Actress. So I feel like she kind of is someone who burst out, kind of like Greta Gerwig did when she burst out onto the scene as a director. So we're doing strong female directors, which I really like. Kruse Control, thank you.
Yeah.
So I feel like this can really be a success. I feel like if it's done right, it can be great. I'm interested to see who they're going to cast in the other parts.
Yeah, I think it could be great too. And they haven't said anybody else for casting. They've just said that it's Christian Bale. They don't have a production start date. Of course, we have a writer's strike, as we always talk about here. So nothing's happening anytime soon right now. But, it'll eventually move forward. And I think it is a good choice. I think it's a good choice. I think he's great. And what?
I'm sorry. Just one more weird thing. It's like this has not happened in a while. And I know there were a lot of failed attempts, but like all of a sudden 2 things are happening at once, supposedly, right? Like, which is very weird to me. And it's like kind of like Napoleon. Like Ridley Scott is doing a Napoleon movie with Joaquin Phoenix, and then like there's also this like Stanley Kubrick inspired like Napoleon series that Steven Spielberg is going to do. Like, why are we doing like the same things in time with other things? Like I'm like
that happens
really?
a lot. Remember like 10 years ago when we got 8 Jungle Book movies? Like, why?
Because
like,
all the writers are on strike right now.
No, but these are things that were in development before the strike, Jacob. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, how?
You get Transmorphers.
It just
Transmorphers.
seems weird.
Listen, I just think after so many failed Frankenstein remakes that they're like, fuck it, we just really want to make Bride of Frankenstein, and they're finally doing it, which is awesome. Yeah. I think Maggie Gyllenhaal will be cool in it. I think Christian Bale is a phenomenal choice.
No, she's not in it. She's directing it.
Better, because what I was going to say is I think the bride should be Christina Ricci. That's it.
Oh, that'd be good.
Oh, I would
that'd
love
be really
that.
good.
Look at that beautiful forehead with that giant fucking
Yes.
towering Marge Simpson haircut. It'd be fucking beautiful.
Yeah, you're actually right.
love her.
But Jacob, do you think that Maggie Gyllenhaal should be in this at all? Do you think she should do anything or just direct?
I think she's talented, and if she chose to be in it, she'd be great. I just don't know what exactly she would be, other than the wife of Frankenstein.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
The maid in there that gets off by the monster. It'd be one of those two. She could be. I think it'd be cool if she was like, dressed up like an old hag with the townspeople and a pitchfork and a torch. That'd be
she could definitely
cool.
do like a cameo. Like
that'd be cool.
If she wants a cameo, she can do it, because you know why? She's Maggie fucking Gyllenhaal, and it's her goddamn.
She's so pretty. She's like so underratedly pretty. Like that picture of her is so lovely.
She's underratedly a great actress, dude. She was in the Harold Frick movie. I don't know what's that called. Fiction, Brian. What's it called?
Which movie?
Stranger Than Fiction.
Jake Gyllenhaal's about to have a bad time.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that movie she made before the Gray 50 Shades of Grey? She did a movie that was better.
It wasn't 50 Shades of Grey. It was called. She wasn't in 50 Shades of Grey.
No, I said before 50 Shades of Grey, she did a movie that was better, and it was called The Secretary.
Okay, well, I mean,
I haven't seen that.
You were saying she was in.
She's a great actress.
It was an S&M situation with James Spader.
Yeah, I know
his name, right?
Yeah,
See, I watched some things.
Yeah,
Fuck
apparently
yeah.
S&M
Rachel.
movies and horror movies.
Rachel, what do you think about her, about this whole casting? You think that he's going to be great? And also, do you think that Maggie Gyllenhaal is going to knock it out of the park directing this project?
How do you feel about Christina Ricci?
I love Christina Ricci. I haven't seen anything else that Maggie has directed. So I assume that she's competent if she got nominated for all those awards and whatnot. She certainly has enough experience being on set and being in front of the camera that I feel like applies to being behind the camera.
Yeah. You learn a lot being in front of the
camera.
camera.
As far as the necessity for another Frankenstein movie, I don't.
Hey, it's been a minute. Like it was the '90s when we were pumping those bad boys.
It has been a minute.
No, we just did one in the 2010s.
Wait,
Danny Radcliffe
not
did one,
just
and there
any
was another one that
Frankenstein
came
movie,
out
though,
like
Rachel.
within
It is
5 minutes of that.
It's a
Well, wait,
sequel.
the Daniel
It's a
Radcliffe
sequel.
one.
Daniel Radcliffe
not
did a
just any-
Frankenstein movie?
Yeah,
what
he
are you
did
talking
Frankenstein.
about? I remember that one.
And he got his
Well,
spine
those
ripped
of
out. It
us
was
didn't
fucking
see
dope.
that.
But it's
I
a
love
sequel.
Danny Radcliffe. I'll watch anything he's in. I honestly,
I
what I
remember
would like
none
to
of
see
this.
from a Frankenstein movie is either Soul Monsters universe. I would like them to do what they were trying to do when they did the Mummy remake with Tom Cruise and reinstate the
Dark
Monsters
Universe.
universe, the Dark Universe. I was really into that, and I would really
Ah,
love for them to do
I
that.
hate it.
Yeah,
So,
they were trying.
And honestly,
Hold on,
hot
hold on.
take
I'm so
I
sorry. I
think
don't mean to
the
interrupt
Mummy-
you, but go ahead.
was good. I like the Tom Cruise Mummy.
The Mummy is the reason why they stopped the Dark Universe, and
I know.
one of the previous reboots of this film was actually supposed to be part of the Dark Universe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the Mummy fucked it up. So they pulled back
Brian,
and they
It
were
was
like,
the
"We're not
Mummy.
gonna do
It was
that."
the Mummy.
didn't-
It was Daniel
I was.
Radcliffe's
I
Frankenstein,
was doing this.
and it was
You were
Dracula
in the
Untold.
Mummy?
No.
Those are the three Dark
I'm just-
Universe movies,
I'm
and
just
they all
saying,
failed.
the mummy was
They all
so
failed.
bad that they were like, "We're
But
pulling the plug on this
it-
situation."
I would have
did
believed you
very
right now if
poorly.
you said you were.
The Mummy was a really hard one to do because everyone associates The Mummy so hard with the 1999 classic
The Brendan
with Brendan
Fraser one.
Fraser,
Yeah.
which is
Good.
undefeatable. Like you can't compare the two movies at all.
Yeah.
They're two
Because it's
completely
I mean,
Academy
I'm sure
Award winner
Tom
Brendan
Cruise-
fucking Fraser.
Tom Cruise
It had
lost
to
a
be
lot of
award
sleep
winner.
knowing that
So
Brendan
good.
Fraser beat him.
Though. Like that's what you compare it to is Indiana Jones. You don't compare it to the
Right.
original Mummy. Like the original Mummy is a different film. So like when you try to
Absolutely.
compare
Well,
the '99
you have the original,
Mummy,
and then you have the
it's
Brendan
like,
Fraser, and then you have the Tom Cruise, and all three of them are uncomparable.
they're
But
not.
don't
yeah, they're
forget the
not-
Mummy's hand. The other one.
Yeah.
Everybody.
But Lexi, are you going to the theater to see this right away? Or are you watching this on Netflix? Or are you going to be like, I'll pass?
I'm not going to the theater to see shit anymore.
She's gonna wait till I
Jacob, you
watch
didn't
it and
drink.
tell her that it's fucking amazing, and then I love it, and then she says, "I'll pass."
I went and saw Fast 10 in the theater, and there was a fucking baby in the theater. You think I'm going to the theater to see shit anymore? I'm done. I'm done with
That's
this
tough.
shit. People, like, I have a 60-inch television and a sound bar. I'm good at staying at home. I don't need to go to the theater.
I
for
like
shit
going to the
anymore.
theater personally. I'm seeing
Like-
Barbie in the theater twice. I went
There's
see
there's
Oppenheimer in the theater
there's
because
the odd
Oppenheimer's a
thing
film
here
you
and
see in the
there.
theater.
I have the odd thing here and there. If they tell me on the show, like if the podcast, like you gotta go see this in the theater, I'm like, all right, I'll go see it in the theater, like The Whale. But like, if the show doesn't tell me to see it in the theater, I ain't watching that shit in the theater. Like, I really am not, because like the theater experience has become so miserable. Like we went to the fucking Alamo, and I had to fucking complain. I'm like, I've never had to complain at the Alamo about people. I'm like, you gotta be fucking killing. I had to fill out the card and
You
like
eat and drink in
put it
there,
in
and
the
still
thing.
people aren't that fucking loud. What the
I'm
fuck
like,
happened?
a motherfucker sitting next to me is
The
complaining.
people
I'm
directly
like,
next to us would not shut up.
I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
that
watching
sucks.
Tokyo Drift, and I'm like, man, you would not shut the fuck up
And
during
like
Tokyo.
the
I'm like,
Alamo, for anyone who doesn't have an Alamo theater in their area, it's specifically marketed towards
for
adults.
people who don't talk in
And it's
theater. I'm
specifically
Is that what it's
says
supposed
it
to be,
has-
really?
yeah, I'm
It's
like, they have a
burgers and
whole
beer.
I didn't know
like,
that.
part of it.
It's
They're like,
fantastic.
really, don't talk in the
It's
theater. And
amazing.
they're like, if you talk
But
in
yeah.
the theater, like,
Like, if you talk,
have
you
a
will be
whole
kicked out.
system. Like,
They are
yeah, like,
serious
Oh, wow.
about it.
yeah.
That's
So
how it
it's
should
like-
be. Well,
Yeah,
Sabrina would
like,
get
so-
kicked out all the time.
That's
They
the
just,
only
they
theater
just need
I'll
to
go
put
to
that
this
thing
point,
at the
or
beginning of the
Alamos.
movie when it says,
Yeah.
you know, please turn off your cell phones and take your babies outside.
Right.
That's what they need to fucking say. Like,
So,
I'm
like-
sorry, don't bring a fucking baby
Well,
to the
it
goddamn.
depends on
I'm
what the
gonna
movie
take
is.
my kid to go see Mario, and you have a fucking baby. The baby doesn't know what the fuck's going on. You're
If I'm
ruining the
going to
experience
like
for my
No
Little
idea.
Mermaid
'cause you
and
gotta
there's a
walk
kid who
little
won't
fucking
shut
child
up, fine.
and
I'm like,
shit
look,
and
I know,
puke
like
for
that
itself.
sounds
Yep.
like a bitching experience. Like I know I'm like, oh, I'm ruining the theater experience. It was like I remember growing up, like the theater was always like hit and miss, but like
Back in
it was
my
not-
day.
it's not
Experience.
like it's not like it is nowadays. I mean, people are fucking rude with the phones and all this kind of shit. Like I remember going to a theater one time, and somebody had their phone out with their kid watching something on the phone while we were watching a horror movie, and I'm like, leave your fucking kid at home. And I was like,
Get a
what's the
babysitter.
point? What's the
Yeah,
point? I'm
they
like,
don't do it.
I
They don't
wanna-
do it.
And I was like, look, it was a dollar theater. I'm like, at this point I don't have room to complain, but also like I do have complete room to complain.
The Trop
like-
Cinemas is a Wild West. You
I'm
get
like-
what you get.
I mean,
It's a dollar theater, but I still
What's
have
the-
room to complain. I'm like, you still brought a baby to a horror movie and then
It's true.
put a phone on
It's
and
gonna
then
be
put
loud.
it
It's
on.
gonna
I'm
be
like,
quiet and super loud.
I'm
You know that
like,
shit's gonna cry.
when you achieve a level of rude that a dollar theater goes, whoa. You
Yeah,
have
but it's not
achieved,
good.
like,
Did
rudeness
they
in
not
the
have
dollar
little baby
theater.
earbuds for the baby to listen to
What?
their baby movie in?
I mean,
I'm like,
It was just
I'm like,
listening
you
to
go
the baby
fuck
movie
yourself.
This is why. This
Which,
is why
by the
men
way-
have vasectomies. That's
No
that-
shit.
Yes. Yes.
Wait,
Feminism.
Wow.
Children,
feminist
not friends of
Wow.
the show.
children, not
Well,
friends of the show. Except for my
but-
kid, he's fucking adorable.
But,
Okay.
what's the point of bringing children to theater? Just like, what's the point of doing another Alien series? What's the point? But there's
There was never
another
an
one
Alien
coming.
series to begin with. What are you talking
Well,
about?
They're already doing one, Jacob, on top of this. This is the second one coming. The first one's in development, and then this was the second one announced. So we're developing two at the same time, apparently. But this one actually has Ridley Scott involved with it. So the other one doesn't.
I'll watch
The other
it.
one has Noah Hawley's involved, and it apparently takes place before all the events of Prometheus, even, which takes
So
place
what's
in
the sequel to
2089.
Prometheus
Or
called?
prequels.
Yeah,
Genesis?
prequel. There's one coming out that takes place on Earth in 2089 before the aliens get there.
It's a pre-prequel.
And then there's this one, and then now this one's announced that's taking place following
Oh,
Fassbender.
yes.
So Fassbender's in negotiations to come back from the Prometheus and Covenant. He's coming back for this. So the idea is for this, it's set 29 years of this Prometheus, set 29 years before Aliens still.
So this
You're gonna
better follow
focus.
the alien people.
Fuck
Well,
me.
they're gonna
Who
focus on
wants-
AI more. The idea is focusing on AI more as opposed to the actual aliens because
Boo!
Ridley Scott
That's what-
wants to
Boo!
focus
Well,
on the
I want
androids.
xenomorphs, I
Movie,
want
I want
acid, I want
AI
gore.
system.
That's all I
I was
fucking
like,
need.
man, you know what the Alien series needed? More AI systems. It
They don't
needed
even have
more
AI. They have
systems.
androids. What the
My
fuck?
God!
If
what
you're gonna do
was I
AI, is the
thinking?
AI? Do you smash a computer
I
screen and
know
milky
there's
white blood
aliens,
comes out? Like what
And
the
it's
fuck?
called Alien, and it's about aliens. But fuck me, I want more robots and AI.
Thank you,
systems.
Lexi. Thank
Can
you.
you give me a prequel that goes
She fucking
entirely
gets
back
it.
to Earth and just fucks the aliens off entirely? How can we get to this level? Can we have an entire alien? How about an alien film that takes place now? It
This
doesn't
is
even
all
involve
one
the
big
aliens.
commercial.
Can
It's-
we make an alien film that doesn't even involve aliens?
Lexi,
at
it's
all?
just one big commercial to microchip
How
your
about-
fucking pets because that's
how
what's gonna happen.
about-
They're gonna microchip the xenomorphs. That's what this is all about. Microchip your pets.
This dude,
But-
what is he on? He's on
Drink.
Stay
crack.
new to your
Drink.
xenomorphs.
Drink.
Drink,
But-
drink.
Fassbender, again, they're going to follow Prometheus. They're going to actually tie that in, apparently. That's
you,
why Ridley
Justin.
Scott's going to be involved. He wanted to actually do a second, or I should say a third Prometheus movie, but apparently the second one didn't do as well, so it kind of got sidetracked.
Can
But now
the
this one,
special effects look better than the ones from the one from 1979?
Probably not.
And the one from the
Probably
one from
not.
the 2010s, so that it looks even better than everything that we've seen previously. Because every prequel should look better than the ones previous to it, so that every technology.
Star
looks
Wars
more
suffers from
But they
that.
don't because CGI isn't ready for it.
Because
And
it
they-
makes
Yeah.
so much sense.
Art practical, not full CG.
but Catherine Waterston's coming back, apparently, and David, who played David Walter, Fassbender, apparently, are both in negotiations to tie in with all of that. Let's
Is
go
it
into
gonna
this
be-
for saying.
Wait, is it going to
Yeah.
be David N. Walter? This person wants to know. BSP would like to know. Is it
Uh,
going to be
was
David
it-
N. Walter or just David or just Walter?
I think it's just Walter. Is it Walter's the bad one, right? Whoever the bad one is when it's going to be.
I think the bad one is Walter. Fuck
Yeah, I think it's Walter.
I
So it's a
watched
bad
that
one.
movie and I do not remember whatsoever.
So okay, so let's go ahead. Rachel, do you think you would watch a series though with Fassbender leading this,
No.
following off these movies, or do you think that they should just let this be and it didn't work in theaters, so why would you do it as a TV series?
I don't give a shit about the Alien series. I'm gonna be real honest here.
I
I don't
love
care.
the Alien series.
I
don't
know
what the
you
fuck any of
do.
this
I don't
is.
give a shit.
Well, who
Uh,
is
Barbie,
Who is
yes.
this?
Alien, no.
I like Predator.
Look,
Give me
a
more
pile.
Predator movies.
piles of alien shit right
I know
there
you
on
do.
my shelf.
I know you do.
Piles
You
of
don't have
it.
to care
None
about the
of
same
that
things.
Has anything to do with what we're talking about right now? None of it.
I don't give a shit
How
about
do you
any of the
get to
series.
this?
I saw the Alien Covenant movie. I think I saw another one. I just don't care. I just
Prometheus.
do not care.
Yeah.
Prometheus.
Speaking of Alien
First
Covenant, Justin said
Why?
that in that movie it says you do the fingering
Yeah.
while I do the blowing. That's gross.
The second one,
I remember that line
That's
too.
it's just sad because the second one was definitely better than Prometheus. Prometheus was like, wow, what? Yeah, and the second one was better.
We're not Tron friends anymore.
Hold on. Speaking of Jill,
Anymore
did
at
Jake
all.
Hey,
Gyllenhaal?
Tron's different. We leave Tron out of this.
Is Gyllenhaal
someone
a
tell
part
me
of
if-
this?
Was
We're all
Jake
drunk.
Gyllenhaal in this
Drink.
movie?
That
No.
second Alien film was
Oh.
bad.
Who was
No.
in that movie? He was in an
Danny
Alien
McBride.
movie with
Good.
Ryan Reynolds. Oh my God! Now we have to drink.
That was life. That was life.
Oh,
That
it's
was
called
life.
Life. I'm sorry. It was
Life-
an Alien
Life was
movie.
terrible.
Life
It's an
or the
alien
prequel
movie,
to
yes.
Venom. The prequel to Venom.
But I think
That's what
was
life was.
to,
Why?
That was the film
Cloverfield.
that sold you on
it
having
was
Ryan
Cloverfield,
Reynolds
wasn't
in
it?
it, and
Wasn't
they
it the
killed him
Cloverfield
in
in
the first
space?
5 minutes.
Yeah, in space.
It's like
Yeah.
that movie. Was it Executive Decision that sold you on it having what's his face Seagal, and they immediately kill Seagal in the first 5 minutes of the film.
Or Drew Barrymore
right.
in
Fucking
Scream.
movie.
I hate that shit. It drives me so nuts.
Drew
It drives me so
Barrymore
much.
in Scream. They killed her in the
Not a
first
good
5
movie.
minutes.
You're wrong,
Sabrina, what do you think
What?
about this? So overall, do you think you'd see this Alien TV series with Fassbender? Does that bring any kind of appeal, or is it just kind of be
Sabrina
like a
had
fart in the wind?
and common
fair,
sense, and doesn't
I-
watch shit.
Well, I mean
No,
that's
Lexi,
a
we're
large
talking to
that's a very
Sabrina right
large
now.
statement, pun intended. I do
She only watches shit because she lives with you, Brian.
I do
Hey,
really like. That's true. That's true. Lexi, very good. I do like Michael Fassbender. I do not like these movies. Okay, is that his name? Michael Fassbender? David?
yeah, Michael
Fassbender?
Fassbender.
Walter
Michael Fa-
Fassbender? Which Fassbender is he? Whatever he
Well,
is,
Mike-
I like
Michael.
him. He's very talented. I just no, I don't. That movie was terrible.
I would
I had to
like-
go see it. I had to go see it in the movie theaters thanks to somebody, which is rude. And it just was not. It was not
Somebody.
for me, and I'm definitely not gonna watch it. No,
That's
not
amazing.
gonna watch it.
I love this.
Somebody.
Hard pass.
I would like to know
Hard
how
pass
we
for
got
Sabrina.
to this point with the Alien series. The Alien series
GR
started.
passes too, so that's 2 for pass. Let's go.
I'm
Yeah.
passing too. I would like how we
3
got
for pass.
from a
Jacob.
strong feminist icon film to where we are now. What the
Oh,
fuck
wow.
happened?
I know. I'm
Because
passing
now
the
we're
ball
in
to
my
Jacob.
domain.
Jacob,
Jacob's gonna
what do you
watch
think about Alien
I'm watching
TV
it.
series with
watching
Fassbender? You
it.
down for that?
I'm fucking watching it. Yeah, I'm gonna
Jacob
watch
loves
it.
garbage. Don't you know
Yeah.
that?
I fucking eat that shit for breakfast. Come on.
I'm actually
here
gonna
for it.
watch it too. I'm not
Does
gonna
him
lie.
being
So
it-
it's 4-1. 4-1 for anyone keeping score.
Dude,
4-1.
You write the word alien on it, I'm gonna watch it too. It doesn't fucking
Yeah.
matter. I'm
4
It's
to
called
2.
movie Alien
4 to
Butthole. I'm
2.
still gonna see it. I'm gonna buy popcorn and everything. It's fucking
So
great.
Jacob, does it appeal you then
I
even
don't
more
know.
with Fassbender
4 to
being back or
3.
what?
I mean, I
Exactly
didn't really
what-
care for
That's
Fassbender.
exactly what
'cause,
you said. You could write alien on a
There's no
shoe
Lance
and I'll fucking
Ingerson,
pick it up
but
and buy
he's
it. Like
okay.
I'm fucking stupid.
Yeah, what she said.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask Jacob fast again. Jacob, what do you think about this? Fassbender, what do you think?
He's no Lance Ingerson, but you know, I'll still
He's
watch
no
it
Lance
because all I
Henriksen.
want,
He's
all I
the
want
best
is
alien.
Lexi, let
Xenomorphs
someone
and
else
gore.
talk.
I just want
No.
Xenomorphs and gore.
No.
That's it.
Let's give
Xenomorphs
Jacob
and
a second, everybody. Let's give Jacob a second. Give Jacob his moment.
gore. I don't need a second. I'll watch it. I just want Xenomorphs and gore. If they can at least deliver on Xenomorphs and gore, I'm cool with it. I'll probably be like, fuck this. I can't believe they're putting AI in it, but I'll still watch it and I'll probably give it 5 stars. I don't fucking care.
It's a big
Just-
thing.
just
Is
deliver
AI?
on the
Everyone's
aliens,
pushing the
deliver on the
AI.
And
gore,
you'll
deliver on the
probably give it
acid.
5
Deliver on
stars.
5
That's a
stars.
you have to watch something before you
You
can rate
can
it.
watch
First of
You know
all.
and
what?
call
You know
it
how you
shit
get me
and
in?
still
Give
give it
me
bad
another
rating.
half-naked Sigourney Weaver crawling around. That's how
Oh,
you
100%.
get me
It
back
gets
in.
6 stars in that
Yeah,
case.
right?
Fuck yeah.
That
I'm
just
not getting in
brings
for
the-
anything.
And I
brings
don't
the
want
fans
CG.
in.
I want full on 80-year-old Sigourney Weaver in a t-shirt.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
hell yeah.
That's it.
Really
Fuck
quickly,
yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Before my gag reflex kicks in again. Brian, you're
Don't be ageist.
We're 4. I'm not ageist, dickbag. We're 4-3 right now. So I need to know if you're gonna tie up the game or if you're gonna put the no alien in the lead. Please let me know.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch this shit. I don't think we need it, but I'm still gonna watch because I love myself some
now it's a
Fassbender.
dead
He
tie.
is such a fucking great actor. Like the fact that he's coming back and what's her name? Water something? I'm going blank on her name.
She dies.
But
It
she's
doesn't
coming back.
matter.
But I mean, they said that she's in negotiations to come back too.
Name.
She's
Yeah,
fucking
that's how good
awesome.
she is.
Catherine Watterson.
So good.
Catherine Watterson. I got it. Catherine Watterson. She's fucking great in this. So I'm excited because you're tying in. If Ridley Scott's attached to this, actually, it might be good. Give him more time to flesh it out, maybe. Yeah. But overall, is it necessary? I say this all the time. Is it necessary? No, it's not necessary. Like, again, find a new idea. Fucking find a new idea. The first Prometheus sucked my nutsack. The second one, it was all right. Still wasn't the greatest, you know.
But I like the second one more than Prometheus.
Ty says the first
Covenant
one
was
is
way
classic.
better than Prometheus because Covenant made Prometheus finally make fucking sense.
No,
and if they're gonna do a prequel, they need to follow those weird, tall, ball-headed white aliens. Like that's what I want to know. What is
they were like, fuck that.
Look, you're a short, ball-headed white alien. I don't know
exactly.
What you're getting.
I want to know about my people. I want to know where I come from. That's all, Sabrina. I just want to know where I come from.
But focusing on AI.
Get on Ancestry.com, bro. Leave us alone.
No.
Look, Jacob.
What?
Prometheus had a badass surgery scene. Prometheus had some really good fucking kills. Prometheus had some really good, like, overall alien-related shit. When you look at that, comparing it to Covenant was a lump of shit.
Covenant.
All right, Lexi, just
like,
I'll sum
like
it up.
When you look
at
at it in that realm,
I'll sum it up very simply. In Covenant, 2 words. 2 words. Danny McBride. Now I'm done.
Look, you can't use him.
Fuck yeah, Danny McBride.
He was the best part of the whole movie, but that's not the right part. Like, look, I'm just gonna say, like, if we're talking about pure defense, like, overall, both of those movies are shit. They're both garbage. But if we're going to defend one, Prometheus is, without a doubt, the superior film of the two.
No, it's not.
Of them.
It doesn't even have a fucking alien in it. Covenant had aliens all over the fucking place. Go fuck off with your Prometheus.
No aliens.
Okay, hold on. Referee.
Everybody drink. Everybody drink.
Both of you drink, and the referee says this conversation is over. We're very upset about Prometheus and the aliens. Covenant, Prometheus, nobody cares. It sucks. Moving on.
I care. Brian cares.
Nope.
I think it could be good.
And Lexi doesn't care either.
I think it could be good, but again, we don't want AI stuff. Everyone wants to focus on AI. It's like you watch an aliens project, you want to know the aliens, you want the fucking aliens to be there killing people. That's what we watch it for. But just like when we watch Terminator, we want Terminators, we want robots. But James Cameron's writing a new Terminator movie that's going to focus on AI as well, and not going to focus as much on the robots. Because James Cameron recently did an interview, and he was talking about how he was kind of upset about the last Terminator movie. He said that he pushed for Arnold to be in it. He wanted Arnold because Arnold's his boy, it's his buddy. I have to have the Schwarzenegger in there. And then once he did that, the director was like, well, then I want Linda Hamilton. Let's do a matchup. And then he said, well, after we made the movie, we said, well, we kind of didn't make that for a new generation or for even your dad's generation. We made it for granddad's Terminator movie. That's what we did. And so he's like, we have to fix this somehow. And he said he wants to do a new movie. He's writing it right now. He's writing a bunch of it, he said, but he's going to stop and took a pause on it. He's going to wait to see what happens with artificial intelligence in the real world. And he wants to, whatever happens in the next couple of years, he wants to take that and reimagine it into the Terminator movie and make it more about AI and taking over the robots to take over the human society as opposed to doing the robots destroying shit. And it'll focus more on a war of minds than a war of robots. And he thinks that will actually fix the Terminator franchise.
So Terminator 7 is going to be about killer cars? Because that's all it's going to be.
Let it
go. It's just going to be self-driving cars. Oh, no! They've come back from the future to drive us to our death. Like, what the fuck?
So what are they going to do?
But AI is appropriate for Terminator. Totally appropriate.
No, is it though? No. Here's the thing.
It's just about
Okay, all right. We got to go. Everyone's fired up. Rachel, you take it first. You're speaking the loudest. What do you think about this? Is it a good idea, bad idea? Will you watch this? Give me some Terminator talk right now, Rachel. And go. It's going to be shit.
The Terminator series takes place in the future already. So what are you going to do? Retcon it that there was AI the whole time? No,
That's
it's stupid. Let it go. Let the Terminator series just be what it was. Let it die and go work on your stupid Blue Fern Gully movies.
What?
That's what he's been doing.
Thank you, Rachel. They are stupid Blue Fern Gully movies. Finally, someone has the fucking balls to say it.
Fuck you, Jacob.
Sabrina, you hate those movies.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Dude.
Those movies.
He said he wasn't stupid. You said it
Oh.
was stupid?
I said
No,
it
no,
was
no,
stupid.
yeah,
I said
no,
Rachel
Oh,
had
man,
to
it's the first
Yeah.
time I agreed with you all
We
night.
all agreed
I
with
love
all
you,
hate those
Jacob.
I was
movies.
gonna say.
Okay, sorry, I'm
Look
sorry.
at him.
Agreement.
Nobody
For
likes
once,
Avatar.
everyone agrees with Jacob. Just say
Avatar
it.
is
You're gay.
shit.
You're all drunk. Drink.
So
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
I
All
thought
right.
you
Oh
said you.
my
I thought you were
God.
agreeing with Avatar, which made me very upset because I was like, that is the
No,
biggest
no.
piece
No,
of
this
shit.
stupid ass
fucking-
blue
No.
fern gully
But
movie.
believe it or
Thank you.
not, Rachel and I agree a lot on movies, even though
Me
Lexi
too.
doesn't want to admit
Pocahontas.
that we have good taste.
Space
That's-
Pocahontas.
Well, this is interesting though because James Cameron again. We're talking about Avatar. He's been so focused on Avatar. You got 4, 5, and fucking probably 6 coming. You know what I mean? So it's like he's got all this time. Why are you even working on Terminator? And why are you trying to make it like this? You know,
No,
Sabrina.
he's just saying. He's
yeah, get
saying
in there.
that he's working on it,
Yet
dude.
again.
He's
What if
saying
My
that he's working
movie
on it.
was 10
Yet
hours
again,
long.
for the 5th
Sabrina-
time on this show, I petitioned for Titanic 2.
Wait,
Titanic
what?
2.
I made the Titanic 10
Like,
hours
sink
long.
away.
It should be a
No,
zombie.
Come
film
sink
where they
away.
fall out of
Come
that
sink
glacier.
away. Come sink
Lightning
away
does not
with me.
strike twice. Okay,
Yeah, is that
so
a
there's
question
no.
or a singer?
Okay, I don't know what's
Should we
happening
drink
right
for
now,
some
but
more?
I
everyone
made
needs
the
to
Sabrina.
shut the fuck up.
20 hours
Sabrina,
long.
Sabrina, what do you think
What?
about this? Is it good? Is it bad? What do you think? Will you watch Terminator AI?
I don't even understand what's happening right now.
The greatest
aside from the
episode
fact
of Cruise Control ever.
that no, it's not the greatest because no one can hear anyone talk because we're all yelling over each other because we're all a bunch of drunk idiots. That's what's happening. That is for reals what's happening. So this
Sabrina,
is what I've been doing.
Terminator.
Everybody, shut up, Brian. And what I've been doing is it will probably be helpful. Maybe when we're not talking, we mute our mics because that will probably help out with other people hearing what the fuck we're saying. Because that's what I've been trying to do, and I feel like it's been helping. So if you're not talking, mute your mic, and we can see you laughing your ass off, and we know you're having a great time. Okay, that's one. Number 2, Titanic 2 would be an awful idea. There's no Titanic 2 because Titanic is a true story about a fucking ship that fucking sunk. So number 1, thank you, GR. Random, so true, Sabrina. Thank you, GR. Look at this. I'm loving it. Getting all the accolades. Number 2, the Terminator situation. They've had a lot of failed reboot situations. They did this one you're talking about, the geriatric Titanic. I almost said
Yeah.
geriatric
Was it
Terminator did
Genesis?
not work out. No, I don't think it was Genesis. It was die. It was 2 words. It was one started with a D. I don't remember what it's called. But it was terrible. That's why no one remembers because it was awful. So point is, they fucked that up, but then they did this whole reboot thing that failed also, like in the television world, very not that long ago. So I mean, you have this whole, like everyone said, this blue people situation that nobody really, well, I mean, I guess a lot of people give a fuck about, but no one here does. So good on us. But I just feel like that is like what you should be focusing your time on. If you're coming up with a 5-hour fucking cut of Avatar at 17, how do you have time to write fucking a Terminator movie? And if he's saying he's waiting to see what AI happens in the real world, you're gonna be waiting a long time, bro. So he's probably just trying to get himself in the news and be like, "This is what I'm doing," but I'm waiting for it's just making a weird statement so that people will think about you and look at you and then fucking see what you're doing.
It's going to be used by corporate entities, and it's going to be used by them to benefit themselves financially. Like, what do you mean? What's it going to be used for? It's going to be used by corporations to benefit themselves financially. Like, they know what people are doing with ChatGPT. They know what's going on. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? What are they going to do with it? If you're talking about Terminator, I'm like, you need to advance your story about 100 years and 50 years and show what an advanced AI is going to do and what we get to
an
a
ex
Skynet
machina
system.
type situation.
Because your Skynet system, you set advanced way too soon. So you thought an AI system that we had would go off at 2010, approximately with what you had in Terminator films. I'm like, our AI systems are definitely gonna fuck us, but in a different way. I'm like, you have to realize when you're talking about what you're talking about, I'm like, your AI systems are gonna fuck.
Fucking robots, Jacob.
Right, I'm like, it's like, are you really not paying attention to the world that we live in, James Cameron? I'm like, James Cameron, I'm like, if you want to keep making Terminator films, I'm like, you need to make Terminator films. They're action movies. Make some fucking action movies, you fucking fag. I'm like, I don't want to see the goddamn. I don't want to.
I think he's just saying this to get in the news. It's like a Kim Kardashian situation.
This guy can make some of the best fucking
Lexi,
movies
drink.
in the world. I'm so sick of seeing this shit. I don't want to see another fucking Avatar film. I want to see another good movie. The guy's a good fucking director. These movies are not fucking good. They're shit. The guy's one of the best fucking directors in the world. Give me a
last good movie
Not
he made
anymore.
was
Not
Titanic.
anymore. He grew out of it.
He's
He grew
cashing
out of
in.
it.
Oh,
He's cashing in.
You are absolutely correct. He's clearly not capable of giving me another fucking decent film, because if you're going to give me Fern Gully 50 times with $1 billion budget, with a budget that could save a third world nation.
And you know what?
With
you know
the
what
budget that could
Avatar-
sink the Titanic.
Yeah, like, are
You know what Avatar
fucking
doesn't
kidding me?
have that Fern Gully did have? Tim
People.
Curry.
Oh, it's true.
Robert Williams. Yeah.
Curry,
And just for the record, Lexi,
Tim Curry made people want to fuck Smog.
Rocky.
just
I'll
for the
drink to
record, James Cameron
You wanted
isn't
the
a loose
pollution to
cigarette.
win.
What he is he's putting out there Terminator on everyone's radar, because after the 7th Avatar movie, he's finally gonna make another Terminator film. That's all
He's
that's
gonna
for.
die.
That's all this
He's
is for.
gonna die
And I-
before Avatar is over.
And I'm dead serious on this. Like, I'm an anarcho-communist. Like, I'm like, the money that he spends on his fucking piece of shit films that nobody cares about
Ridiculous.
could be spent to save a third world nation. Like, why are we spending
Or at
this
least
level
make
of money
make 4
on
better
films?
movies.
Like,
Yeah.
like I said, I keep saying it over and over and over. I've said it for fucking years. $10 million films. There are $10 million films out there that can make over and over the money that you want to make. Fucking Jordan Peele was making $10 million films out here and made triple the fucking budget back. Fucking Get Out was a $10 million film and he made $100 million on it. I don't fucking want to hear that you need to spend billions of dollars on these garbage movies and give me this fucking trash and tell me that these movies are worth watching. There's nothing about these films that are worth watching. Your storytelling is garbage. Your movies are garbage. Hero is one of the most beautiful films ever created. Do you think that you're creating anything worth Jet Li's Hero? Do you think you're creating anything visually as creative as anything that I have seen in the last 15 or 20 fucking years? You're not.
Sabrina,
You're not.
I need you to put up Justin's most recent comment.
I can be your
You're
hero,
fucking wrong.
baby.
You're fucking wrong, Justin.
What's it
I'm
say?
sorry.
Avatar is greater than what? The what?
Oh, the
Fucking
Fast
Fast.
franchise.
Oh, drink,
That's
bitches.
a drink. That's a drink.
I'll tell you why you're wrong, Justin. Because I'd rather pay money to watch the Fast movies all day.
Because they're about
True.
family.
I hate.
Oh,
I hate
shit,
Fast and
drink.
the Furious.
Drink.
Yeah.
Hold
It's all
on.
about
I
family.
hate Fast and the Furious, and I will fucking drink to that because I will not go see a fucking Avatar movie. I would go see Fast 74, whatever we're on right now, like today, if it meant
The
either
most-
that or Avatar.
The most expensive,
I like garbage movies and I don't watch Avatar. What the fuck does that say?
The most
That's wild.
expensive
That's
Fast
wild.
Movie. The most expensive Fast movie was
Wait, play that other
$350
comment by.
Yeah, I found that.
$350
Why did you
million.
take it down?
$350 million for the most expensive Fast film, and that asshole made an Avatar film for
$2
$1 billion.
No, $1
$2
billion. You had $2 billion to
Um,
break even, right?
I will say,
$1 billion.
as an
$2
insider,
billion.
Lexi,
That's
I
a
will
lot.
say,
Out
as
of
an
your
insider, he made both
fucking
movies at the
mind.
same time.
Are
He
you
did
Yeah.
film
out of
2 and
your
3 at the same
fucking
time.
mind?
Yeah.
Me
They didn't
and
finish
Jay-
three
completed
completely
film.
though.
Every single
completed
Fast and the
filming
Furious
before
without
the
any
pandemic.
Avatar.
Hold on.
And some
no one
four.
can hear anybody talk. Someone needs to hold the fucking conch. What's going on right now? Who's talking?
Hey,
The
let me just say
five-
this, Lexi. As an insider, I know for a fact James Cameron filmed both Avatar 2 and 3 before the pandemic, completed filming in 2019, and then during the pandemic, it was all editing, and he held off on releasing it for after the pandemic. So these movies are completed; they were done. They should have been out years ago. 3 should be out right now.
The
But unfortunately,
five-
we had a pandemic, and now we have to fucking
the
sit
five
through
of
more
us
of this
sitting
Avatar
here,
shit.
Right now, the 5 of us sitting here could make a better film for $1 million. that James
I don't know what's
Cameron
happening,
could
but I
make
like
for
it.
$1 billion
It's a dream.
fucking
Here we go.
dollars. Do you think I'm joking? I am dead fucking serious.
I want
We
to
can
say
make
one
a
thing.
Better and more entertaining film for $1 million right now than James Cameron could make for $1 billion. You
Yeah,
are
no, I agree
Jacob-
with that.
fucking kidding.
Jacob, we never gave you a second to actually just vet what you want to say about this.
Didn't we? I think we
No,
did.
we did not.
I think we
did not. He never
I
had
think
his
we've heard enough
turn.
from Jacob.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you 30 seconds, Jacob. What do you think about Terminator AI?
Sex robots. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh my God!
Well, then that would be it. That would be it then.
I mean, that's what's gonna happen.
All right,
in the
Jacob.
Terminator movie.
Well,
He
thank
wants
you
to
for
wait
that.
to
Way
see
to
what's
be a
gonna happen
man,
with
bro.
AI.
Way to be a man.
If he wants to wait to see what's gonna happen with the AI, it's gonna be either killer sex robots or self-driving cars. That's it.
Yeah, he's right.
So, are we gonna make a killer
Right.
sex robot movie while I'm in town?
How about the killer?
Maybe.
sex robot
I'd be more
that
into
drives
that,
cars?
to be honest. I'd be more
Well,
into that.
Ooh.
Well, this whole AI thing is a big thing that's been happening. It keeps branching across the board in different movies, and everyone's talking about it. It's just what it is. I want to go back before I move on to our featured story of the night. I want to talk about one more thing, and that's Christian Bale. Before we move on, because I forgot to say this
Going
earlier.
back to Bale?
So, yeah, 1 second. So Christian Bale. People want to say shit about Christian Bale.
He has the
I
best
worked with this
business
fool.
cards.
I worked with this fool
Mute your mic.
on Batman, on The Dark Knight Rises. And I gotta tell you, he was fucking awesome on Dark Knight Rises. And
yeah.
everyone was saying on there, what happened with Terminator, this is just for the people out there, is the key grip was an asshole, and he
fucking
was causing
asshole.
problems constantly.
was.
He was disrupting everything.
Yep.
All the crew hated him, and
Yep.
Christian had a moment when he was doing the scene that he did it multiple times, fucking with everybody, and it fucked with Christian too, where he had stopped for a second and flipped out on the guy, and somebody rehearsed it, or somebody recorded it, and he was just like standing up for the crew, and people manipulated it, and they had to do this whole thing, and he was just like, fuck you, man, you're an asshole. He didn't get the guy fired, but he called him out on his shit pretty much, then he got blasted on the internet.
You
When I
know what?
worked
Though?
on
He was professional because he didn't fire him. He called him out on his shit, and the
He
guy
goes,
still
"I like
kept
you.
his fucking job.
You're a nice
He could've
guy.
been an
You're a nice
asshole and had
guy."
him fired, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Christian Bale is a nice fucking guy, and that Keith
Nice
Grip
guy.
is fucking lucky, and I'm surprised he's still working today. Just
Yeah,
Fair enough.
it's tough. On Batman,
apologies
he
to
fucking
Christian
walk
Bale.
around with his. He'd walk around with his daughter on his shoulders, and then he'd be like introducing the crew to her and shit like that. And then he like, I remember like I was working on Batman. If you've ever seen that movie, there's a scene where Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in a big tunnel, and he was trying to blow up
mean
this whole
Robin?
wall. Or yeah, Robin, right? To blow up this whole tunnel to get to the cops. And I'm down there. I stood in for Joseph Gordon-Levitt down there. And I'm standing down there, and it's this huge dark tunnel. It's just me. They're lighting. There's like a couple lights, and all of a sudden, Christian Bale comes around the corner, full Batman garb, cape flying in the fucking wind, just walking straight down towards me
Easy,
down this.
fanboy.
magnificent.
It was. I mean, the look on my face must have said it all because I could hear da 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 da. I hear the Batman music in my head, and then he got like probably like 2 feet from me, and he started laughing. He's like, "Pretty cool, huh, kid?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" You know.
Hi,
So
Brian.
Christian Bale. Yeah, that's what he did to me.
Hi, Brian.
Pretty fucking cool. Good
You were
person.
tasting
I'm your
boards
role
about
model.
He
it.
was like, Mr.
Yeah,
Cruz,
face to
thank you
face.
for coming
I
and
worked for
working
Joe.
on my
I worked
movie.
for Joe in 2 movies. Yeah, Joe's awesome. Good person.
That's awesome.
JGL,
But-
friend of the show.
Friend of the fucking
Oh,
show.
drink, everybody,
here's
drink.
Joe. You, Joe. I saw him recently. It was so fucking nice to see him. But AI is a problem, and everyone talks about. But something else I think is a problem. Really, is horror movies based off IP of children's stories, and it's becoming a fucking fad. And that leads me to our featured story of the night. So what I want to talk about really is all these fucking movies about the Grinch, the mean one, being a fucking horror movie. That's fucking nuts, you know? Apparently there's a Bambi movie coming out, everybody, and Bambi's gonna be fucking killing people. There's also, again, Winnie the Pooh movie came out, and Winnie the Pooh was fucking slaughtering people. There's another Winnie the Pooh thing coming out about Christopher Robin being like in his 40s and like losing his shit and taking drugs and seeing Winnie the Pooh again. And like there's all these movies based off of Hollywood IP that's like kid stories they're turning into horror movies. And it comes down to like, is this a good thing or will it never stop? Because these products that have been like out of the public domain for a long time are becoming public domain. And so now people can do whatever the fuck they want with them. And is it a problem? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it fine to do this? I just don't think it is. But that goes on. There's a Peter Pan horror movie coming out, everybody. Peter Pan killing fucking bitches. It's called Peter Pan Goes to fucking hell. Well, it's called Peter Pan Goes to Hell. Peter Pan Goes to Hell. You know, I mean, that's a fucking lot to me. The Bambi movie is like, too. I'm like, I fucking trashed Bambi last time we were on the show. I'm sorry, Bambi. I apologize. You're fucking nice. You're a friend of the fucking show. Don't be murdering bitches. That's all I can say. They're saying the Peter Pan one is like a slasher movie. It's like Psycho and nightmares and damaged brain combined.
Right.
And then they're also saying that the other one, the Bambi one. Oh, I'm fucking losing my shit right here. There's another one. It's blows my fucking mind.
Hold on. You call Bambi a friend of the show, you got a drink.
Friend of the show. I mean,
Animated friend of the show.
mm-hmm. Why not?
Mom.
Still friend of the show,
say,
Rachel. Don't try to fucking police me.
I wasn't
I gotta
policing it.
say,
I was just calling it as
it's a lot.
It's monumental.
It's a lot. And it's happening more and more and more. And I know we have a lot of people who love horror tonight, so I wanted to talk about it just a little bit. Just talk about it a little bit. Stupid GR says, I know GR. Let's go to Mr. Rolland first. Mr. Rolland, because we got to start with, Jacob once. Jacob, what do you think about this trend? Is it going to become a big thing that never ends? Are we going to take every fucking character and make them a horror movie? Or will it end, and is it good or bad for fucking cinema?
All right, first things first. Lexi, mute your mic. Secondly, what I'm going to say is this. I'm slightly biased because I actually do like the concept for this. I think it's funny. I find it fascinating. I like garbage shit. That's fine. But I will say this. I was able to have the lead actress in The Mean One on my show, IPA, and having talked to her and going back and looking at the trend of these movies, The Mean One was the first to really set this off. It was an independent film. It started off as a short, and the short was so popular that the people asked for them to do this, and they got the budget and the funding to make this into a full feature, and it took off. The Mean One makes sense. The Grinch is a monster. He's scary. He's fucking mean. That makes sense. Winnie the Pooh, I can't fucking explain that. They just jumped on that one. All right, Bambi, I have no fucking clue what's going on with Bambi, but I'll fucking watch it. To me, I think it's interesting, and it's a new direction for horror. Horror changes every 10 years. Something popular is always happening, and for once, I'm just fucking happy it's no longer vampires. Vampires went on for 15 fucking years. You're supposed to have 10 years of a monster and move the fuck on in horror. So I'll just say this. I'm actually here to check it out. I think it's going to be cool. I have no idea why they're doing Bambi. I don't fucking get it.
Public domain.
I'll watch it. Yeah, I'll watch it because it'll be interesting. Is it original? Not really. But what they're doing with it is kind of original. I'll take that. I think there are better children's stories that they can play on to make them better. I mean, they tried for years with Hansel and Gretel, and it just never got it right for some reason. I mean, the formula's right fucking there.
It's right.
But
it's
they
right
just
there.
couldn't get it
Actually,
right.
a horror movie.
Yeah, they just couldn't get it. And I've liked the
on the
Hansel
way.
and Gretel movies. They were
For it,
fun,
though.
but they weren't like as scary as they could be. But yeah, I think The Mean One's awesome. You should definitely check that out. I hear good things about Winnie the Pooh. It's funny as fuck considering what it's about. So maybe Bambi will be funny. So if you're talking comedy horror, yes, children's movies or children's books turned into horror can be fucking funny if done right as a horror. But if you're trying to make that shit serious like Silence of the Lambs, nah.
It doesn't work. Okay, but is there a problem with this though? Rachel, do you think there's a problem that we're taking kids' IP that people watch because it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be good for kids and turning into horror movies? Or do you think it's fine? What do you think about this?
I just think it's lazy as shit. I think it's uninspired. I think it's taking stupid shit that people used to pass around on the internet and going from there. It's dumb. It's really stupid. If you want to take fairy stories and make them into horror, just do the original versions of all of the Grimm fairy tales. They're fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
They're horrifying. So just do true.
Somebody should do a Bluebeard.
Do true to story versions of
Bluebeard.
Cinderella and stuff. Because if
Cinderella is
do
really
true
fucking
to
disturbing, by the
story,
way.
it's really fucked up. They're
Yes, it
cutting
is.
bits off of their feet to try and to fit in these shoes.
Yep.
It's gross.
Right.
So if you just do true to the source material with some of these fairy stories, you're gonna automatically get a really fucking scary thing.
Yeah.
It's just it's stupid. It's uninspired. I'm not here for it.
It's
For the
happening
record, what do you
constantly.
think the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker is actually about? They're really fucked up stories.
Probably.
Killing bitches,
Well, did you guys ever see back in the day with Sigourney Weaver, Snow White: A Tale of Terror? Where they
Beautiful
did,
movie.
Like, the
I loved it.
Adult,
Great.
Yeah, the adult version
witch
of
was
like
scary as
Snow
fuck.
White.
It is
Yeah,
capitalism.
that movie's awesome. Like that movie's great. So it's like
It was
could
ahead of its
definitely
time.
do adult versions of like fairy tales.
You don't even need to do adult versions of it. Just do it true to the source material. The original story
Right,
for Snow White
exactly.
is fucking
Like,
horrifying.
when you talk about like the Grimm's versions of fairy tales, like they're absolutely brutal. But like I guess like when you're talking about what we're talking about here, like where we're taking Winnie the Pooh and like a Bambi, and I guess like Bambi's got some tragedy in it. Like there's a way to take the story, whatever. But I guess like if you're trying to do a horror movie, like, Bambi doesn't
Peter
need to be going
Pan?
around and like killing people.
What about Peter Pan, Lexi?
Absolutely, push that shit to the limit. Like that shit's fucked up. I've always thought Peter Pan was a fucked up story. I'm like, that shit's about a fucking kid who goes to like weird imaginary land and takes kids to a weird imaginary land.
It has
There's
potential.
so much fucked up shit in that story. Actually, I think that story pushes the line of like incest, and I've wondered why for years, like why it's a story that we talk about anyway. So I'm like, I don't know why.
Rachel's
Incest where?
It depends on which version you talk about. Like, it's weird.
Like, I'll give you pedophilia. I'll give you inappropriate stuff, but incest? I'm not seeing
incest. I don't know. Maybe I'm like,
yeah. Wendy and her brothers look into it. It's fucking weird.
Rachel's not sold on that.
I'll say this though too. If you want to talk about taking these family kids movies and books turning into horror, a ton of free IP is in actual fucking horror movies. There's a ton of horror movies out there that's free IP. Look at Night of the Living Dead. Turn that into a family film. I'd love to see that. I want to see something wholesome.
Yeah, I want to see the result. I want to see the opposite. I want to see horror movies made family friendly.
I said for years I'd love to see Disney do high quality animated versions of horror classics. Like I'd love to see Disney do a version of Dracula and Frankenstein. I'd love to see Disney do a version of Night of the Living
Dracula,
Dead.
the real
Frankenstein.
I'd love to see adult versions, like adult animated versions of classic horror, the same way that Disney does does animated versions of classic, children's stories. So I'd love to see that done with adult like horror as well. I think Disney could do that, but I know they won't. Like I know that's something they won't do. But could you imagine?
Think about it. It's
think about Disney. Like think about like the story, like the was it like the Fantasia, the Chernobyl. You know what I'm talking about? Chernobyl.
Not Chernobyl.
Mountain.
Imagine that level of animation done with like the story of Dracula.
Yeah,
in the
Dracula,
40s, they
a love
could have done that. They're not
about a
gonna do it
man
right now.
obsessed and a woman possessed.
Could you imagine how stunning Disney's Dracula could be? Could you imagine how stunning the animation?
But they're not gonna. If I agree,
Obviously.
if it had been the
They did
40s
Dracula for
when they
Netflix.
did the hand-drawn animation, that would have been beautiful.
Right. Like, could you imagine?
They're not
like,
gonna do it today.
Obviously, like, it's not gonna work. But like, I just like that's my vision for Disney. I'm like, I want to see Disney's adult animation division. Like, that's what I'm here for. I want us to do the classics. I want us to do adult classics. Like, that's always been my dream. But they'll never do it. Like, that's never gonna happen. So.
Disney does Pride and Prejudice.
Oh my god!
As long as it stars Winona Ryder, I'll watch it.
Let's go to Sabrina for a second. Sabrina,
zombies. So like, why not?
Yeah. Sabrina, what do you think about this? Do you think this is a good idea? Are you agreeing with everybody that's fine to make horror movies based off this IP, or do you think that maybe we should not be doing this?
No, I don't really love any of this, honestly. I think that it's terrifying for like people who grew up with these creatures and people and things like as something that they related to being dissected into horror. And there are still children who are watching Bambi and who are watching Little Mermaid, like on whatever the Disney
Plus,
whatever fucking stupid version. And then like if you and if then you see a horror version of that, I think that's very scarring for a child. Like I don't think it's cool or necessary.
But it's not for them.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. But if you see someone like if you were that age and you saw Little Mermaid fucking or Bambi, you might click on that on your parents' TV while they were catching a smooch in the kitchen making you tacos. You might all of a sudden see fucking Bambi eating fucking people. Like I don't think that this is all. I really think like you can do a lot of things with horror. I don't think you need to invade children IP shit. I really think it's kind of fucked up. Like get an original idea. Like honestly, please and thank you. Get an original idea. Also, the original, since this is a thing right now, Little Mermaid's coming out. The original Little Mermaid she traded, her voice for legs that were in extreme pain every time she walked. So if she moved or did anything, her legs were in excruciating pain. She also couldn't speak. So, like, as the Little Mermaid, it's like, oh, she just didn't know how to walk on her legs. No, the actual story was that it was excruciatingly fucking painful for her to walk on her legs. And then there was, like, one point in the original story where she had to dance, which, again, excruciatingly painful. And another clause in the original story was that if she, if the prince that she went up there for married someone else, she would just cease to exist and burst into sea foam. So when he did marry someone else, which he did, she burst into sea foam and ceased to exist. So
it's
I
a tragic
really
story.
think
It's not
it
a
really
fun
is
romp.
no,
R-rated.
not at all.
R-rated DuckTales. Fuck yeah, I'll take that.
I want
Disney
R-rated
seems-
DuckTales.
Disney seems to swoop in and like pretend like these awful, shitty fucking stories are like magical tales, and then they
Right.
make millions and millions of dollars on them. So I
Millions
don't
and billions.
I don't
So
need-
Sabrina,
I
what
didn't-
you're saying is we just need Disney X. We need them to tell the real story.
So
if
to
you want to do a
Sabrina's
horror
point-
version, sure.
To Sabrina's point about the kids finding this content, fuck them kids, honestly. Not all content can
Right,
be
not
available
friends of
for
the
kids.
show.
Put a
We love you,
sensor
kids.
on your TV. There's ways to. It's
No,
a parent,
it's I.
there's ways
Why
to
don't
prevent
you
your
put
kids.
Why
from
don't you
seeing
put
certain
bad
content.
parenting into this equation, which is like literally most parents. So if
I'm
you
not
just-
saying like all
I'm an
parents are
amazing
bad
parent.
at all, but
Yeah, I'm
like
not saying
I'm
you're
not.
not.
I'm saying
but a lot of
don't
parents
make-
don't pay attention to things like that.
don't make content for adults with kids in mind. Like that's all I'm saying.
Well, don't make
my
content for
problem with this
adults
is that
with
it's
Bambi in
uninspired.
mind.
It's uninspired. I agree. Don't make it, but because it's uninspired, not because.
No, there should be no
I give a shit.
limitations. I don't believe in censorship. I'm a father of a 6-year-old. When he watches something scary that he finds on his own, I just look at him and say, "Well, now you know."
Fuck yeah, Waylon.
That's not
Friend
a
of the show.
parenting approach.
That's fucked up.
Friend of the
Jacob.
show. The one kid that's a friend of the show.
Oh, drink.
Greg,
Friend
I
of the
love
show.
Waylon. He's awesome.
Kids are already seeing scary shit. Like parents are already letting kids
That's right,
access
Ty.
You see the shit on
Five Nights
YouTube?
at Freddy's
It
and shit like
terrifies
that.
me.
So
This shit's fucking
What?
scary.
What's
Yeah.
Kids got
it's
bigger
just-
balls than me to watch this shit. And I'm like,
What were you talking about?
I was gonna show you fucking Cannibal Holocaust, but you've already seen the fucking Siren Head, so I don't have anything to top that.
Show
kid.
him Cannibal.
Cannonball Holocaust?
Fucking
I'm
weird.
just
What?
making an
Whatever
analogy.
you
What is that?
Oh my
It's
god!
a beautiful movie about respecting and understanding a native culture
Don't show him.
and what happens when you're
Don't
disrespectful.
show.
This
I don't-
is a
I
lot.
don't think
This
that's
is
for
a
me.
lot.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
It's
it's
not.
uninspired. It's stupid.
It's
Get
not
that
for
out.
Turtle
everyone.
soup.
Telling you
Turtle
not to
soup.
show him that. Don't show him that because I have.
I'm gonna wait till he's 16 for that one.
16's fine.
Yeah.
16's
Yeah.
totally fine.
That might be
14 is even fine.
better.
I would
He
say
already walked
14.
in with me watching Ju-On, and I was like,
What?
"Why would you come in while I'm watching this?" And the whole
Well,
movie's
even
slow as
though
fuck. And the one scene he
it's
comes in on is
13.
this bitch crawling down the stairs backwards, going, "Ah," and he's
mean-
like, "This is shit from my nightmares." It's like you can say it this one time,
I just-
and I love my son for that.
That's literally shit from my nightmares, and I'm an adult.
I
And
just
you know
don't
what?
get
You know
though.
what, Sabrina? Now he knows.
No,
No,
the more you know. The more you know.
I don't subscribe to that. That's
And
maybe
now
that's why he
it's
runs
half
around in
the battle.
circles in the back fucking yard. He's running from that bitch who's crawling down the stairs backwards. Maybe
Oh my
that's what's
God.
happening.
That's just horrifying. That's fucking grudge
I just-
noise. Oh my god.
I seen it.
I just don't get how Winnie the Pooh is such a focus on these because we have, Blood and Honey.
For shock
There's this other one
value.
coming out now. You got the one with Christopher Robin. There's like 3 right there.
Have
Which,
you
by the
ever-
way,
Winnie the Pooh. I just want to say, Brian, Winnie the Pooh. It shouldn't have been Winnie the Pooh. It should have just been a grizzly bear wearing a red T-shirt that he stole off a fucking camper and somehow
Have it-
slipped into it
You
and just
can't-
goes on
you
a
can't do
fucking
the
rampage
red
like Cocaine Bear. That's Winnie the Pooh horror movie. Simple.
Haven't you ever seen the old YouTube video of Winnie the Pooh worship Satan?
No.
Oh, I'll have to send that to you. That's like the best video ever. Like once
They
you
just
see
they
that,
take
it'll all
old Winnie the
make
Pooh
sense.
footage
What's
and
Tigger
like
doing?
redub it.
Tigger.
Yeah,
But here's the thing. The
Don't do
reason
that.
they
That's
do
an
it, it's-
impression drink.
all of these.
My kid tried to tell me
are-
about
Yeah.
listening to shit backwards, and I was like, "Oh yeah, check out this Kiss album."
all of these.
No, just
All of these
fucking fool
films
me,
are
man.
are just for shock value. They're low
It's
budget.
all it is.
They're just they're throwing stuff together in hopes that enough people will watch it. They can make a little
cares?
bit of money from it based on the hype around
Go
it.
for
That's
I
all
don't
it is.
fucking care. I say
But I just
go
want to point
for
out
it.
one last time. Props to the Mean One for starting it all. Props to them.
No,
That is an independent,
That makes
fully
sense.
independent film
No,
with
no.
a fully
They're all
independent
fully
company
independent.
knocking that shit out.
Mean One
And those
did
other
not-
fuckers just capitalize on it. And now Disney and all
Oh.
these other free IPs are like,
Jacob,
ooh, let's
This
capitalize
this
on
isn't a new thing. People have been doing this
Mean
on the
One-
internet for decades.
Mean One did not start it all. It was Blood and Honey that started it all. It was the Winnie the Pooh one. That
No,
started
it
all.
wasn't.
But
No,
it
it wasn't. No,
it
it wasn't.
totally was.
Mean
You're
One was
wrong.
first. I'm telling you.
You're
Mean One was first.
wrong. You're
Listen
And
to
then,
my
like-
episode of IPA
Blood
sessions.
and Honey.
Creepypasta
totally
was
wrong.
first.
Cheap plug. Listen.
And then that Frightful Night, or what was the one? David Harbour, Frightful Night. Was that called?
Yeah. Frightful Night.
Silent Night.
I mean,
The
to be
Christmas
fair,
movie.
It's a horror,
to be fair,
it's way
Sigourney
older than
Weaver,
that.
Snow White technically
If you're
started
going
it all.
Totally
old
different.
school,
Totally
like,
different.
That's totally different. Like, yeah. Like,
Totally
whatever.
different. Different genre.
just-
different thing.
By the way,
It just-
Mike,
Just because
Hi.
kids like Santa doesn't mean the same fucking
I
thing
know
as
him.
Bambi.
I know
Don't
him.
make fun
You
of
know
Santa.
Santa?
Santa's
I
real,
know- I
goddammit.
know.
He's awesome.
Santa's a fucking friend of the show. That's
He'll-
all I can
he'll
say.
give
Bringing
you a
presents to all
Great,
the friends of the
great.
show.
Mike
That's
has
all
a
he's
mean.
doing.
Mike has an amazing
He loves Kruse Control.
beard. He has one of the
Santa,
best
friend of the
beards.
show.
I don't know
Mike
how
is
it
an
is
amazing-
now, but I know last time he was on, it was amazing. So we'll just say it's
Who?
amazing right now.
Mike says hi.
Oh my god!
Somehow
Apparently,
I'm
it's
Lexi got onto Mike.
I love
talking about
listening
Mike's
to you.
beard.
We should hang
I
out
don't know where'd that
sometime.
come from, Lexi. All of a sudden, we got Mike's beard in the. I guess because he felt trash talked last time he was on here, so he's.
To be fair,
Mike's
Sabrina-
stuck in the
Sabrina's always
house.
talking shit to poor Mike. He is a sweet,
I know.
sweet
not
soul.
talking
And
shit
you
to
are
him.
just constantly
Fuck you,
berating the
Jacob.
poor
I'm
guy.
gonna talk shit to you.
And he has
Right.
piercing
I don't
blue
care.
eyes.
Right, he does. Absolutely.
This
Mike's
is
my
now a
favorite.
Mike
Not
fan
talk shit to
podcast.
him.
Mike is your best
Mike,
guest
do I talk?
after me.
Do I talk shit
obviously.
to you? I just speak.
I'm the best guest, then Mike, then Lexi.
Excuse me.
Whoa.
First of all, bring
Whoa,
it in, buddy.
shit.
Whoa.
You're not even
There's
in
a
the
lot
top
of
5.
bullets
Whoa.
and
I've been
fucking
on
shots
5
fired.
times now.
Not even in the
Shots
top
fired.
5.
I don't even know how many times I've been on. More than 5.
Yeah, you don't count at this point. You're like the co-host that no one knows but they recognize.
No, I said you're
Oh,
not in
shit.
the top 5. By the way, I didn't say you weren't there more than 5 times. I said you're not in the top 5 of hosts. So
Everybody
fuck
out
off.
there needs to know everybody that comes on the show. We get sometimes they describe people like curly blonde-haired person and blue-haired
Yep,
person and bald person in the comments. Guys, you know.
That's right. I'm a beautiful curly-haired person.
We love
Mike,
you
I
all.
asked you a question, Mike.
Completely
Answer
side
the
point.
fucking question.
Sabrina's
What's the
hair.
side point?
Sabrina's hair is on point tonight. Like
thank
fucking
His
you.
hair always looks good.
fabulous. Like it looks.
Sabrina
so
always looks
good.
beautiful.
Thank
She
you.
really
Thank
does.
you so much.
I took time to clean my head. Look at this.
Sorry, Jacob. Sorry.
He took
Yeah.
time to clean his head. So let's give him. Your
Oh,
head
stop
looks
kissing ass,
amazing.
Mike. You can't pick
Thank
fun,
you.
number one.
All I
Get
want
outta
is
here.
validation in life. Thank you.
You look amazing. It's so good. It's so good.
Anyways, everybody, you know, the horror movie scene has been changing quite a bit in the past few years. And I don't know if it's COVID on people's brain or what it is, but, you know, we all of a
COVID
sudden
fucked us
have
all
all
up.
these. It fucked us all up. Now we want to see Bambi fucking slaughter a bitch. I don't know what it is, but that's what we want to see. And
I'm here
that's
for
where
it.
it's going.
I'll
I
watch
mean,
it.
a lot of people will be. Blood and Honey did great. The Mean One did great. I mean, for independent, like, it's low budget. And even the people that were creating these, they're talking about Bambi and talking about the new Winnie the Pooh. They're saying it's like going back to the Sam Raimi days, lower
Yeah.
budget, making
I'll
something
watch
good.
this shit 100%.
I'm here for
Sam
all of
Raimi had
it.
original ideas.
All
But they're not
of it.
original.
Watch this shit.
I'm
They're
here
original
for
in their
it.
own right, but they're
His were
not.
original.
Fucking
His were
with
original.
children's properties. Fuck with all the children's properties. Make all of the Dr. Seuss shit into horror movies. I don't give a shit.
Well,
I'll watch all
congratulations.
of it.
You just
No.
gave a bunch of producers. a
Cindy
brilliant
Lou,
idea.
Blue Who?
Green
No.
eggs and ham and body parts.
Different type of
Rachel-
movie.
Rachel heard that one.
It's green
Rachel heard
eggs and
that
death.
one.
Yeah, there you go. I'm here for it. All
Right,
right.
please.
One fish, two fish,
He's a
dead fish.
child.
Red fish.
One fish,
Yeah.
2 fish, dead fish.
Yeah. There you go.
What's the next one? What's the next one?
Horton
Um,
hears a death cry.
Oh, the places you'll go to your death.
The cat that went splat.
You hopped on pop
No,
one too
none
many
of these.
times.
Yeah.
None of these make
Pop
me
on
happy. None
pop
of
and
these
watch
make me
his
happy.
organs spill out. just
Green eggs
everywhere.
and cyanide.
What's that really
You're right.
racist one that they banned? You can just call it the racist one.
Yeah, it was like it wasn't the
that
Lorax. It was.
oh yeah, no, it was a way long
uncensored.
ago. It was.
It's like-
Lorax.
It's
So
like
the
Slowpoke
genocide
Rodriguez. I got his name
of
right this time.
Oh my god, it's
Fucking
definitely
super
not
racist.
Slowpoke Rodriguez. That is
Super racist.
racist of you.
He had a gun though. He had a
So you
gun.
just call it. You
Thanks
just
for
call
watching
it
the
that
show,
super
everybody.
racist Zeus movie.
Anyways, everybody. So
what it did.
horror movies. Gah! That's where we're at. That's the future
Rude.
of cinema, apparently. But you know, we're at that time of the night. We've gone over quite a bit. Thank you so much for watching Kruse Control. We gotta cheers you one more time. Thank you for being here on this Drunk Friday. It's so much fun.
you.
Appreciate you chatting.
Such a drunk Friday.
I loved it. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you subscribing, all that. I gotta go around the table here. Let's go with who do I point next? Rachel, thank you so much for being here on Kruse Control. Appreciate you all the time being here, kicking some ass as always. Thank you so much. Hope you had a good Friday.
Excellent Friday.
Jacob, thank you so much for being here on Kruse Control. Everybody listen to IPA Sessions podcast. You can see all that shit out there right now. It's attached to these videos. Check out Jacob's podcast. It's fantastic. We love this guy. He's a friend
podcast
of the
is about
show.
Friend of the show.
Beer.
Drink. I drank all my beer, but drink. Also, Brian, I just want to say, thank you for opening up and experimenting with me. I really appreciate it. It made me
Wow.
You sound like Mike Casey right now.
Right.
No, you cannot see
Mike
my
Casey
dick.
is a good man.
He is a good one.
Has Mike seen your dick?
No, he says he
No.
wants to. He
You
says he wants
obviously
to.
did not
Whoa,
watch the
Rachel.
show. You didn't watch
Whoa.
the show the
Brought
other day.
it up.
There was a whole genitalia
Whoa.
conversation
Whole
that you
thing.
missed.
Whole thing. Thanks,
Whole
GR.
thing.
Thank you in the chat. Lexi,
Yeah,
thank you
call
so
me
much for
cool.
being here on Kruse Control.
Chairman.
Appreciate you always on this Drunk Friday. Everybody check out Cinema d'Amore. Fucking
You'll
fantastic.
never
Check it
have
out
me
right
back.
now.
I swear to God, you'll never have me back.
Yeah,
after
actually,
this.
do yourself a favor. Go watch Cinema d'Amore
Bullshit.
after you watch or listen to the podcast IPA
Bullshit.
Sessions. And make sure you give Cinema
Go
d'Amore a
Last
listen
listen.
to the old
Nefarious one.
episodes of the Three
Bullshit.
Neighbors podcast where me and Jacob and Lexi talk about Brendan Fraser.
Oh yeah. People didn't know that.
Fraser.
We didn't
Is
even
he-
talk
Is
about
that how you
it.
say his name?
We know
like
each
it.
other. Isn't that weird? What a weird.
I'm sorry,
world.
wait, do you say his name Frazier or is it
I think
Frazier?
that's how
It's
he says it.
Academy Award winner Brendan Fraser.
It's Fraser.
Yeah,
Fraser. It's
I'm
Fraser.
sorry.
I'm redneck.
alright.
I can say
used to it.
Fraser all day because I'm redneck.
No, I just thought it was weird.
Brandon
I was like,
Fraser.
maybe I've been saying it wrong all this time. I wasn't trying to be a bitch. I was genuinely asking a question.
You are not a bitch. You are a beautiful soul who's very mean sometimes, but we love you.
Yeah, I am very mean sometimes. I will give you that. However, that was a
You're
genuine
Sabrina.
question.
You're genuine, and you stay
Just so-
genuine.
Just so people
Sabrina,
Very
thank you
into
so
that.
much for being here as my lovely co-host. Hope that you had a great night, and thank you for being here as always.
I had an amazing night. If everyone doesn't raise their glass, I'm going to be a real fucking bitch in a second. Raise it up.
I'm empty.
All
Everybody
right.
raise your. Oh
I
shit!
still- I still have fluids. Look, I did
You,
it this time.
you have a
I
little
did
bit.
it
You have a
again.
little bit.
You gotta drink it. You gotta drink it.
I love you guys. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank
Thank
you
you
for
so
being here.
much.
And
Appreciate
GR,
it,
bye
as
to
always.
5 cool drunks. Bye to you, bro. Love you.
Yeah, appreciate you, GR. Thanks for being here
Bye,
tonight.
Ty.
Bye,
Bye,
TR.
Thank you,
everyone who
Ty.
supports us. Thank you guys so
Thanks,
much.
Anonymous 1 and 2.
I think Justin was out there too.
I love all the
Bye,
truth to
everyone.
power, Sabrina.
Thank you
Good
so
night, all.
much.
Justin,
Right.
good night. Love you.
Tolerating
Power, Anonymous. You're right.
Right? Get it out there.
Mike.
Everybody,
Mike.
please like and subscribe. Join our
Mystery man.
Patreon if you
Bye,
can.
Justin.
Hi, I know that guy. Bye, Justin.
Hey!
Bye.
Justin Morgan of Cinema d'Amore. He was also on
Cinema
IPA Sessions.
d'Amore. And as always, everybody, you gotta spread the word. We're at 300. I think it was at 67 before we came live.
Go you.
68.
Amazing.
I love
It's
it.
been
Oh,
great
I
this
like it.
week. Appreciate the
good.
love. Please, like and subscribe to our Patreon account. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your uncles, your aunts, your cousins, your nephews, little fucking chinchillas. We fucking love the fucking chinchillas. Love them so fucking much. We love the fucking squirrels, the skunks, the gophers. Fuck you, gophers. You crack fucking holes in my ground. But you
Mammy.
fuck the chinchillas and make great species. I love you so fucking much. I love fucking Lewis. He fucking tries to fucking trash in my yard, throws it in my fucking car, and then fucking drives it around the block, comes back, and then fucking shits at my door. I don't care. I love you. He fucking still subscribe. subscribes. Tell everybody to watch Kruse Control because it's fucking awesome. Anyways, we'll get to that fucking 1,000. We'll get there because of you. Love you so much, everybody. Anyways, have a great night, everybody. Happy fucking Friday. We hope you have a fantastic weekend. And as always, see ya!